T, Pike, and Steve-O, bullin' on the pod. Talking about Bedford, which 18 is a fraud. Making top 10 lists, hella controversy. Don't be playing cheap, tuck in that jersey. Getting new sweatshirts, A Division dub. Tune in every Tuesday, drop a like and sub.
Hey, I like it. But you know, I've alluded to you making fun of how it just ends like abruptly.
Yeah.
And you guys still couldn't figure it out. What's the matter, Ben?
I think you knocked my power off. There you go. Yeah, you are.
Oh shit!
All right, you're in. That was a
We
bang.
might have to move over. We probably could. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Bedford World, and you know, just flag community. We're live, Tambo time, coming at you. I got T Pike with me. You just heard our new intro song. What's the kid's name again? Patrick. Good old Patty came up with a good one. I you know, depending on how long he takes to write that, he's actually kind of good at it.
He was over the house, and I was like, dude, bro, I asked you 2 weeks ago. I was like, cook something up. And he in no more than 10 minutes, he cooked it up, and he recorded it all within a half hour.
Yeah.
So if he put any bit of time and effort into it, I mean, we could be he could probably be pretty good at this.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a talent, no, I appreciate you, Pat, for coming up with that for the show. Let's try to not get an abrupt ending.
That might be my fault because when he sends it to me, it's like 45 seconds.
Okay.
The intro and ending is long.
Yeah.
So I trim it down. So I slide so it's only 25 seconds. So I'll see if I can fix that. That
Gotta add a fade out to that.
Yeah, I know.
If you can end it with some music, I'll put a fade on.
We'll get it over to Ben. Sure.
Pike, you're the on-air talent. Don't do the thinking for everybody else. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are joined by a special guest today, Mason Rourke. Is that how you say your last name?
Yeah, you got it.
Funny story. I dated a girl one time in high school, a long time ago.
Oh boy.
And I could not pronounce her last name, and she'd spell it just like you. And she goes, just think roar, like a lion, roar, and then right after. Like, all right, Rourke.
Yeah.
And she's like, you got it.
I would say fork.
You say fork? Yeah, that's a lot easier than what she told me.
But hopefully she wasn't related to me because I definitely don't need that blood on my hands.
That would be very interesting. I didn't even think about that. Her last name might have been O'Rourke, not just Rourke.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I can't remember. It was a long time ago.
Yeah, we dropped the O's back in the old days.
Yeah. All right. Well, and joined as always, Ben, our sweet producer, makes it happen. Hopefully, it sounds good today, and
Should sound great.
yeah. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here today on Halloween. A couple of us dressed up. Tyler Pike came as an awful receiver, and he not just doing his normal awful quarterback outfit, but came as an awful receiver. And Ben over here getting creative and really helping the show. You guys can't see his whole outfit.
You gotta stand up.
Let's stand up for the crowd here, Ben.
The Ocean Gate submarine captain, complete with Xbox controller, guiding us to the depths of.
Very relevant in the news this year, and good job, Ben. Ben killed it. How many outfits did you have this year for Halloween?
Just two.
Just the two?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. You a big Halloween guy?
A little bit. I like the party aspect of it.
Yeah. So you're more of a partier?
Something like that.
Did you get into the dare field?
I did. Yeah.
You did, yeah.
I did.
With your strategy.
Got in for free.
Just show up dressed up. You're good. You know.
And then didn't have to pay. Got in for free.
All right. Nice.
I shouldn't have said that too loud.
Ben's like an evil genius. He gets away with a lot of shit. All right, enough about Ben here. Way too much time on him. Ladies and gentlemen, back to Mason, our guest of the honor. This episode. Here for a couple reasons. Tyler Pike again, strong-armed our guests. We're gonna run out of people who want to be on the show because he's making them come up with. Lists. He's preying on the downfall of somebody coming up with a worse list than him. I told him that's a tall task to accomplish, but what?
Yo, there ain't no trick-or-treaters.
Oh, what? Did you just put him in the show?
He's got a live mic.
How does he have a live mic? Oh, all right, hold on. So this is awful execution of this. So it is Halloween night. We have Jay Burrs outside with candy, with a live stream feed into the show, and he's potentially going to hand out candy on the show
No, there ain't no one pulling up.
and interview people as they come to the house. Can he video in?
You can, yeah,
Yeah, I can. You want to see?
Yeah, if he flips his video, I can switch it. Yeah.
All right. Let's say hi to Jay, everybody.
Watch this.
Jay Burr is making his debut on the show.
Shout out Jay Townsend though.
Oh, he's in the kitchen? No wonder you don't see any. Get out of here.
What? There's no one.
Yeah, you're not outside.
Your street's whack as shit. They're all at the other houses.
What? Yeah, turn the lights on and just
The light's been on. I don't know how to flip the camera.
just start yelling, "Hey kids, I got candy over here," and see how that works out.
Go recruit some.
All right, let's get Jay off the show here. Back to the man of the hour, Mason. Mason, I heard you had a couple things you wanted to promote. Is that correct?
Yeah. Well, first off, sorry I have no costume. I tried to come as Tambo, but I couldn't find a big beard, so I just had to,
Often imitated, never duplicated.
had to throw in the towel on that one. But just picture me as a Tambo Jr., I guess, for the day. Right. Second, I wanted to promote FF1. So a lot of people don't know what it is, or what it even. They just know it as a team that was mostly in C's. But what it actually is we do highlights. We do mostly any video production needed for anything flag football related. So we're gonna do a lot of full games, and I'm gonna get a lot more highlights going. And I just wanted people to know, if you wanted to get your full game recorded, that it's out there to be had. And you might have to throw a little money if you want to reserve it. But if I'm up there, we could always work out a deal. And I just want people to get their film and get better at the game if they're interested. I mean, helped me a lot.
And you've done this before,
Yeah.
right? You were really pushing it maybe a couple of years ago?
Yeah, about a year ago.
Okay.
Back when I was injured.
Oh, the wrist thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, even before that, you were
Yeah.
doing it pretty well.
Yep.
You were at other leagues handing out little stickers that you could scan, right?
Yep, exactly. The QR codes.
Yeah. So
Yeah, we got a highlight of Tambo up there with about 500,000 views.
it was 500,000 like a year ago. I'm sure it's way up there.
I haven't checked in a while, but
I'm not up to junior status, but it was. And yeah, please don't do that again. That was very, very. That beat up my self-conscious. It was just every other comment was just ripping on my form, and I look like a baked potato.
Welcome to the club. Welcome to the club.
I mean, it was a very humbling post.
yeah,
whatever.
It's ever since then that Tambo's not been able to call himself the #1 quarterback in Bedford. People send him straight.
Ask him if it's on.
Even
Hey, listen, it doesn't need to look pretty. If it gets done, it gets done.
Sure.
Sure. I've said that before. So, so FF1 is your you got an Instagram page?
Yep, Flag Football First. Find us on Instagram, Facebook,
Okay, and guys can message you there.
TikTok. Yeah, you can message me there.
And do you have a YouTube channel as well?
Yeah, YouTube's popping. Low key, that's where everything's at. Got like a few thousand subscribers. That's where we're trying to grow the audience into more of a beyond just the local area. Get the eyes on it from.
Yeah, and I mean, I can attest. He does a great job. I mean, he did a DirecTV's game a while ago. And oh shit! All right,
Well, lights out.
all right. Tell him I don't know if it's gonna work out there.
I don't know which switch.
That's the only switch we have. Sorry, Jay's been telling us try to turn the light on in the front of the house, but evidently it might not work.
That's probably why there's no trick-or-treaters.
Yeah. Well. All right. Hang out there, Jay. Somebody will come. I'm sure. So So about I guess a year, maybe even more ago, you did a DirecTV game. Junior actually hit me up when he had Rampage in there, and said, "Hey, do you want to split the cost of a recording?" And at the time, it was Duval, Carter, Tangway, and DirecTV's defense was me, Bud, Brandon.
Yep.
I'm like, oh yeah, sure. I would love to pay to be on their highlight reel, no problem. But we did it, and we like to support a little local business. But regardless, he did a great job. Like I looked awful out there, but it was great quality. He did highlights. A lot of you guys saw his work on the Best of Bedford, which I will thank you for doing. I didn't even know you were doing that. That was kind of honestly pretty sweet, and the guys did a great job on the live. But if you don't have 45 minutes to watch the game, you watch it in Mason's 12-minute version and get a bunch of different angles. You can watch the same play from different angles. It was a great job, to be honest, and it did help. And
Thank you.
I will, probably talk to you privately about tournaments going forward and getting that out there more often. But you do offer honestly a great product, and I do think it's worth every dollar that it costs. And a lot of times when you, as a flag football player, you're trying to expand your career or get out there, they do ask for highlight reels. That is kind of the joke around here. Like, guys will, oh, what's your highlights? But that is a real thing in a real scenario. And, years down the road, you're gonna want to watch some of these games.
Exactly. No,
I mean, listen, I can relive beating Pike in my head, but watching it over and over, it's the greatest thing of all time. So, so it is a cool thing. So your plan is to start really kind of ramping it up and getting back into it?
Yeah. I'm gonna start playing less next session and focusing a little bit more on filming. So.
Wow. So C division's gonna be wide open now.
Yeah. Hey.
Sir.
For anyone who wants it.
No, but that's cool. Now, do you have help? I mean, I know I've seen you have help out there before. Is your plan to continue to have help, or?
I mean, yeah, I have help when needed. Like Dave Volpe helped with the Best of Bedford. Shout out Dave. A lot of times I'll just get whoever can, because I could just set the camera up on the tripod and kind of just let them man it. I don't even cut. I'll just do all the editing after. So all you have to do is man the camera.
Yeah, I mean, and you're there the whole game, and it does take time putting the effort in, the editing, and
yeah, cutting it down. And I mean, sometimes I'll do the scoreboard overlay, and if it is a good game, I'll even throw it on my YouTube, and we'll try. I'm still trying to push my YouTube, so there's random viewers on there. I mean, I think the yours almost got 1,000 views now. The last game, the Best of Bedford.
Yeah, we're up to almost 1,000.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
So.
Yeah, no, again, it's a good quality, and even to a stranger strolling by, it's not that long. And if you're at all into football, you just kind of let me watch this for a few minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, how many times are we scrolling through videos and we're like, oh, hey, let's watch this, So no, it was an awesome job, and I obviously lived the whole game. I watched the whole game, listening to Kenny and Connor do honestly a great job fucking announcing the game.
Seriously.
And then I watched your video. I'm like, this is even better. And
I wish I had their commentary though.
Yeah, well, that comes at a price, buddy. So, all right. Is anything else along those lines you want to address? You want to talk prices now, or is that kind of?
I mean, yeah, people could. I mean, I'm looking for, like, if you want to like reserve and really have it edited down, like $100 would be cool, around there. I mean, if two teams split it, I mean, it doesn't really. $50 each. What is it? $5 a head if you got $10 or 10 guys on the team. So that would be ideal. But if I'm there already and recording, then we could definitely work out some prices.
Yeah, and that's either way, the full price, or if you're already there, it's definitely worth it. It really is. And it's, as somebody who does get old, and it's nearing more the end of my career, I wish I had a lot more of these videos just to go back and look at. So
almost forever.
Do you think you're at your best now, or do you believe you were better maybe 10 years ago, or do you really not believe that? Do you really think that you're probably at the top of your game overall?
I think right now I am at the top of my game.
Yeah.
Are you mad?
Even after all the surgeries and everything I've been through. And I could be wrong. That could be a delusional, reality for me. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But the proof's in the pudding. I've never won more ever.
Sure.
And I can attest that a lot to my guys and my players.
Always.
And until I really just take the big dip, I'm out. But over 40, it's getting there. You know what I mean? It's not many guys play to over 40. Even at the quarterback position. But yes, like I said, we don't play this game forever, so it is nice to look back and have some fun and watch some of these games.
Definitely.
And
you always play quarterback?
No. No, that's how I saved my career.
Yeah.
I'd be in the C division with you, buddy. I'd probably be your center. Me and Dana Greenwood would be fighting for, best C division center.
Oh yeah.
So
What was it after the first Achilles? You were just like, I got.
no, it was 2 of the like ACLs. It was kind of funny.
God, you've done it all.
I've done 4 ACLs, 2 Achilles. Same Achilles, but different spots in the Achilles.
And just scrambling too, not even, or were you really running downfield with the trying? You know what I mean? Because I know you play in those other formats where pitches and stuff. So obviously you're more active then.
So my first ACL ever happened in a indoor softball bullshit.
Oh, okay.
I had like
the softball.
yes, I did not want to play.
Sounds like a Pike problem.
Yeah, no kidding. Pike, you should play more softball.
Yeah.
I at the time, and nobody knows this dude, I promise you, but he had just broken up with his girlfriend. He was all bummed out. He's a boo lover, just like, whatever.
Sure.
He was all fucking bummed out and hurt. He wanted to do an indoor softball team. I hate softball. I've been very vocal about that. And to each his own. I don't care. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to be a good buddy. And I didn't want to go. And I'm there. I'm pounding drinks. And this is the only time I ever drank before an athletic event.
Yeah.
And I swear to God. And I still won't. I still won't even do it. Pounding drinks. And I hit a double. And I'm running around second base. And I think I can make it to a triple.
Sure.
And I see the guy.
You hit that second gear.
Yeah.
You're like, all right.
I'm rounding second up. And I realize, nope, not happening.
Yeah.
As soon as I turn. Done.
Tough.
Down.
Frankie wants to know how you got injured being a ball boy.
Frankie is asking that. All right. No more Frankie comments. I mean, how fitting is it him to ask me if a ball boy? The dude didn't even make enough games to play in a C division team this season. He sucks. Awful ref too. So, yeah, we'll get to that later. But yeah, no, that was the first ACL, and I think I was like 26. It was like ACL, MCL, meniscus. It was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Which a lot of people go through it for sure. But I didn't start really playing quarterback until 30 something when I started. But what really made me say to myself, I need to just be a quarterback is I'm at Memorial High School playing a pickup game.
Yeah.
And this schlub who doesn't really play, I could not shake him. This kid had me strapped up, and I'm like, all right, something's got to change. Something's wrong.
Yeah.
And at that point in time, it was 2 ACLs already. At that point in time, and they always take from my hamstrings, and I just couldn't. I couldn't run as fast as I mean.
Sure.
And I was never super fast. I'm not gonna. At the time, we didn't have like the deuces and the dips and shit like that. It was a little different. It was a lot of hip moves and
Sure.
But my fastest 40 was like a 4.6, like recorded, which is not terrible. It's not the fastest, trust me. So I wasn't the fastest, but when I couldn't cook this dude off the street,
no, I hear you.
then I'm like, all right, I got to figure something out. Something's wrong, and I decided to just be full-time quarterback and go from there. So, all right, enough about me. Back to Mason.
But imagine you had the tape of you
Yeah, no,
back then. I mean, we'd all love to see you running routes, running a 4.6.
I agree.
Can't even imagine that.
No, that's true. We had a lot of leagues back then, and yeah, it would be cool to look back and for the people that watch their kids grow up. I mean, you would record a kids game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like
watching your kids grow up. I mean, I have photos, and I actually watched a Instagram thing. And it was like then, and it was like a little kid swinging at a t-ball, and then now, and he's like in high school playing, and it's like, I actually could put shit together with Adam, and it's kind of cool. So regardless of, how people, it's just, highlights and videos. Nah, it's a lot more. So
I know my dad sent me old clips from 2009 of me playing ball in the town league. Me and Justin.
yeah.
It was pretty funny.
2009, huh?
Yeah,
You must have been just a little
Oh
guy.
yeah.
Yeah. What, buddy?
No, I was just saying, it's not just clips. He tells a story.
Right.
After a while.
Yeah. And if you've seen the progressions of how Adam, this little kid who really couldn't get out of his own way, turned into the player he is right now, and the potential of what he could turn into. Yeah, it's cool. So anybody hit up Mason either on his Instagram, YouTube channel, whatever you want. hit him up. You know, you see him at the field, hit him, please. I would love if anybody would just hit him, but
I'm fragile.
yeah, hit him up, get him going, and I can attest he does a great job. So, that's enough Mason time. I agree. Right? I probably went way too long.
Yeah.
Right. All right. Well, Mason unfortunately has a top 10 list for us, and now Pike strong-armed him, and he came up with this list. This is my theory on Tyler Pike, and I put him in charge of guests, and this is the problem. You give this guy a little power, and he just manipulates the hell out of it. So what he's really trying to do is find somebody who fucks up a list worse than he does.
Nope.
And then he can
I
drop.
actually forgot about the guest until you brought it up
On Monday.
No,
that's
well,
your
whenever
job.
You texted. You're like, I was like, I figured you're like, what's the plan with the guest? So I saw that text. I didn't read it, so you wouldn't be able to see that I saw it actually because I didn't go in the chat. I reached out to Mason, and he answered fairly quick. And then I came back in the chat. I was like, Mason's in. So
Right,
It
it was-
seemed
it
like
was
I was
Mon-
more prepared.
You weren't prepared at all. I know you weren't.
Yeah, but
It was Monday. I said, hey,
he's
who's
here.
the guest?
He's here.
No, you're
I
right.
mean, worst case, I'll end up having if something happens, I'll have to bring one of my own guys, which I'd rather probably not do.
Why?
The comments will be this will be a bad day. It'll be on the pod.
Buddy, milkmen, aside from you, bring ratings. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So, either way, I don't even know where we're going with that, but he's got a top 10 list for us. Now, this is actually a list that I really wanted to do myself. And I'm not against that Mason did it, and I think Mason did a fairly good job, and we put a little input in, Tyler and myself. And it's the top 10 Bedford players who are not on an A division team, which I do think is a great list. Now, you took more this season into consideration than anything else, correct?
Yeah, I tried to set a criteria this session.
Okay, so it's all eight teams this current Monday and Wednesday.
Yep.
Nobody on there. Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Got it. Okay.
But I also kind of took into consideration there's a couple teams that
Sure.
have guys that
Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
should be in A's but didn't really make it this session. So
Yeah.
Right. So I mean, we could say like Gavin. You know,
Yeah,
it doesn't look like Gavin's on an A division team this season.
right,
You know what I mean? But
Stream guys didn't make A this year, this session. So
right, but he's an A division player.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Right.
Okay. That's fair, and we got that out of the way. You got your list ready for
got it
for the folks here?
I got it ready. All right, so this order was the hardest part to make. So just shout out to all these guys, really. I put 10 guys. All right. So
Now, is it in order?
I did.
Are you doing
made
10
an
to
order.
1?
I made the order just right now. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just to give it a little more.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know.
All right. So coming in at number
a little
10.
more sauce.
Let's
Hey,
start-
you got honorable mention.
Yeah, let me.
Oh, sorry,
Start with the
sorry.
honorable mention. So honorable mention. Shout out to my boy Anthony Bryan. Anthony Bryan doesn't play on any A teams. He was on Steamboats, which debatably should have been A's last session. But yeah, Anthony's an underrated guy.
I think they were A's last session.
They were, but
yeah.
you know, we're going off this session, so
They're in C's this session,
yeah,
right?
They're in, they fell all the way to C's this session, so
They were not happy about it. I heard them giving Jimmy a hard time yesterday.
We have trick-or-treaters.
Oh, whoa. Hey, this just in. Breaking news, Tambo time. Coming at Jay. Whoa, what do we got
Where are
there?
you guys?
Yeah, I'm a sumo wrestler. Me, I am whatever.
That's what's up.
Did you ask them if they wanted to be on the podcast?
Yes, I asked.
Oh, okay.
Don't care.
You're live.
They want to say what's up? Say nasty boys for life?
No.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm a great night.
You too. You guys want to be on a podcast? Yeah.
Let them know I bought that candy, by the way.
Yeah, shout out Tyler Pike coming in clutch.
What are
what
you
did he
guys?
get? What did he get? Oh, not the peanut
not the greatest,
M&Ms.
but
Fire.
I'm a Ninja Turtle.
Ninja Turtle? Which one?
I don't know.
The
Alright.
last,
Wait, are those the
last of the
pretzel M&Ms?
Ronins?
You can still get candy. No, you're good. I don't care. All right, have a good night.
All right, well, there's Jay coming live on Halloween night, giving out candy, doing the Nasty Nation thing, and trying to help everybody out.
Cold.
But no, I don't want to hear it, dude. You've been complaining about cold all day. But yo, shout out Tyler Pike coming in the clutch. I literally said, "Hey Tyler, can you do me a favor?" And he didn't go, "Oh, what is it?" You know, you sure? You go, "Sure, what's up?" You know, like a great guy. I give him a lot of hard time, but and then he said he was gonna be late if he picked up candy. I said, "Yeah, please do so," and he did, and probably brought the cheapest stuff as all.
Dude, I was trying to get shit that our options were limited. There wasn't a whole lot there, but I got what I could.
All right, Tyler Pike coming in clutch, helping out the kids in Manchester on this Halloween night.
Sure.
All right, back to the top 10. We got Anthony Bryan, right?
Yep. So shout out Anthony.
A KGB alumni. Oh, not 10. Yeah, alumni. I mean,
Honorable mention.
Honorable mention. Sorry. KGB alumni. He's been playing great lately. I've been actually watching him, and oddly, you know, we talk about, and don't take it the wrong way. I've called a lot of my own guys. It's like that goofy athletic. He doesn't look like an athlete, and I'm sorry. You know, he might be bad about it. Fine, he might be like, yeah, he's right. But he's goofy athletic, and he makes plays when you think he wouldn't, and that, you know, good plays, and he's a good player. The guy can throw, he can play defense, he can play offense.
Yep.
I like him on the honorable mention. I think he has a case to make top 10 too. But
Yeah, sure.
all right,
So shout out Anthony. All right, we'll get into the top 10 now, and yeah, I just tried to take
let's get one honorable mention.
everybody into consideration. I know I should have done more, but tried to narrow this down, make this quick.
Pike's loving this
So
already.
Here we go.
number 10, I got Fresh
Fresh
from Zoom.
from Zoom.
He's on Zoom, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, a staple in Bedford for the past 10 years.
Yeah, shout out Fresh.
I mean, guy who hit top 5 in the nicknames on my list.
Yep.
You know, he's been a Zoom through in and through out, and he hates the A division. So yeah, this is perfect for him. Number 10, and you know, with kidding aside, I mean, Fresh. I played with him. I played against him. He's a very good player.
I agree.
Yep.
You know,
Consistent.
he's one of those guys that, you know, if he did really take flag football super seriously, probably could play in the A's. You know, I think there's a lot more people talented than him that are in the A's who don't have to take it seriously.
Sure.
Fresh is he's not that tall. You know, he's a little thin, which is, you know, helps him. He's got decent speed. But if he took it super seriously, he probably could be in the A's. But he's consistently a very good player in the C and B divisions with Zoom, and he's kind of been like their anchor, you know, out there. So I like him there at number 10.
Yep.
Good player.
Yep. So number 9, I got Tyler Nolan. A lot of people probably don't know Tyler. He plays for Get Plucked. He played for FF1 and plays for Balls Deep now. He's blonde, a little buff. He's also one of those kind of like awkward athletic guys. But dude makes plays. He's got hands like anybody I've seen in Bedford, and has good instincts on defense too. Pretty rounded player.
Yeah, it's good. I still can't put the name with the face.
I'm in the same boat, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Well, shout out Tyler. If y'all know him, you know, let him know. I don't think he watches this. I don't know if he does, but
No, I mean, and you know, Get Plucked and FF1 have been, you know, hosts to very good C and B division players, in my opinion. A couple guys I've scouted out to try to move up.
Yep. All right, so we'll get into number 8. I got the boy Danny Cruz.
The energy, not the boy. The energy.
The energy.
Yes, sir.
And
Danny Cruz finally making a top list.
Yep. Danny's been getting good at quarterback now too, which I've seen out there, and you know that's why he had to make the list for sure. It's getting even more rounded.
Yeah, I mean, you know, jokes aside, we've all seen Danny's highlights, and some people, you know, they joke about how many highlights he puts up. And Danny will tell you right now, he's not the greatest at anything, but he can do everything. He can throw, he can play defense, he can play offense. You know, he can catch, he can snap. He really is a Swiss Army knife out there. And again, might not be an A division Swiss Army knife, but that's not the
Hey,
list.
though, he can make some of those guys miss up there in the A division.
No,
I've seen it
he's
firsthand, you know what I mean?
very unorthodox with his moves. Sometimes he's got
Yep.
very good hips
Yep.
for a guy who just started playing flag football not that long ago.
Yeah.
And yeah, cracks the top 10. I agree. I would put him there for sure.
Yep. Danny's a baller. All right, number 7. I've got Dom on Raw Dogs. I played.
Yeah.
I played
Figured out how to spell Dom.
the CK tournament with the Raw Dogs,
Yeah.
and he's a dog. He fits the team.
Yeah, I mean he's a very he's fast. CJ alluded to that.
Yep.
He is funny though. I just talked to him. He said something to me. Do you even know my name? I go no, and he came up to me. He goes, "I'm Don." And he shook my hand. He introduced me. He goes, "Now you're never gonna forget my name," or something along those lines. I mean I've seen him play obviously, and I've heard CJ talk about him, and he is very fast. Without really playing too much against him or with him, I can't really say for sure. Where I would stand him, but you don't teach speed.
No,
You can teach everything else
Yeah.
pretty much, but
No.
I like him there, and obviously CJ credited him, and he's been a lot of success for those guys, and I've seen him play with Dirty Birds, I believe, at times, so he's obviously getting in there.
Yeah, it sucked that Dirty Birds made A this session. Honestly, a bunch of those guys probably would have made this list. So shout out Dirty Birds.
Dirty Birds been making A's past couple seasons.
Yeah,
Gotta give him credit.
They're on and off.
Shout out Dirty Birds.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, you were right there with that one, buddy.
That was good.
Very proud of you. Ben coming at you, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, number 6, I got AP from Entity.
AP.
Yep.
Very good offensive, more defensive player.
Yep.
I think he's I think, and I could be wrong, I think he's decently new to the game. Young kid, and honestly has skyrocketed.
Talk about
Tom.
speed. You can't teach speed.
Right, but he's gone from a 4 to a 9 real quick.
Yeah.
Just really fine tuning his game, and he plays a lot with a lot of good players and a lot of experienced players around the area. So he's really starting to learn, and kick ass player lately, and somebody I genuinely enjoy playing with and against. It's always fun. He brings the energy.
Yeah.
And it's intense. We talk back and forth, and it's all love after the game. And he's a cool dude, and he's really coming in, making his own name.
Yep. Agreed. I honestly didn't know his name, but I don't know how I didn't, because that's one of those fresh ass nicknames too. I don't know if that's his initials, but shout out AP.
Yes, sir. Is Jay alive, or did he freeze to death outside?
I'm chilling.
All right. What do we have? Cracking top
All
5?
right,
Is
top
that
5. Here
top
we
5?
go. Yep. Pike, you want to do a little drum roll or something?
Who do you got?
He's on air talent. He doesn't bring, trust me. He doesn't bring anything else to the show.
All right. Number 5, I got Hamilton.
There you go.
Hamilton hasn't played in Bedford a lot, but I've seen him he did this session with the Shotgunners, and I've seen him in the NEFL league, and he's a stud out there too.
Yeah, very good player. In my opinion, and they might agree with me or not, Shotgunners should have been able to make a case and compete in A's this season. I mean, they shouldn't have been in B's. I mean, they did lose to Too Nasty, so I don't know what the deal is.
Monday team? Are they playing?
Monday.
Yeah, Monday. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, Burns. Maybe I give him more credit than the rest of the world does. I do think I do think Burns is a very formidable quarterback.
Yeah.
Very good. He's very accurate. He can throw a deep ball. He can throw a short. He's smart. He's not super mobile, but he's mobile. And the rest of the team is very good. Solid pieces everywhere.
Sure.
And they got A division Scarelli, there, and a lot of experience with that team.
Sure.
And he's a great player. I played with him a couple times, and I loved playing with him.
Yeah.
And I would play with him more if I had the opportunity.
Yeah.
But the unfortunate part is, for some reason in Bedford, just not more their style. So B division. But yeah, no, I like him.
I think they might have had some attendance issues too, but at least from what I
Yeah,
saw.
they did only have like 7 guys last week.
Yeah.
Hamilton can be him. Yes, you are right, Jay.
Yeah. So all right, number 4, I got Brian Arlen.
Wait, is this a soccer list or football? Wait, what kind of football?
I guess you can mix the two together, but no, for real. Brian has good moves. He's juked me out handful of times.
Did you make this list before he dropped a wide open touchdown last week?
I didn't see that. See, I can only go off what I've seen.
So Jake, fucking Big Jake throws an awesome ball, almost end zone to end zone, yells it in the air. That's a dot, and Arlen, wide open, drops it. No, listen, that really happened, but no, Arlen's a great player. I played with him too, and he's super fast. He does have good hands. He really does. And for a soccer guy transitioning into flag football, he really is making a name for himself, and he's a good team player, and I like him out there, and I'd put him up there as well, top 3 non-A player.
All right, well, now we're in the top 3.
Or top 4, sorry.
Into the top 3.
There you go, Arlen. Top 3. We got, all right, so number 3 we have Junior from Whack Pack. So I've played against him in the CK tournament too, and he just posterized us. And I've seen him out there in Bedford too, and he's a problem. I'll let Pike take the mic on this
He's
one.
quick. He's got good hands. He runs good routes. I played with him one time in the Bedford tournament, the most recent one. The kid's a great player. I don't have any doubt that he could play in the A's. I don't know how great he would be in the A's just because I haven't seen it yet firsthand. But the kid's great. And he's young too. He's still in high school, so he's got a lot of room to get better.
Yeah.
So
All those kids, they're gonna be a
they're
problem.
gonna be good.
Think about them in 5 years.
They're gonna be good.
They keep at it.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
I know, future nasty boys.
Oh yeah. Hopefully.
Oh, you shut up. You'll be throwing
Jeff.
them so fast.
Fucking Jeff plays in Bedford one game. All of a sudden, I look over. He's in a Nasty Boys jersey playing on field 3.
What's,
I told him, I
what's
said,
any
"Motherfucker."
different from you playing with Gumbies?
Dude,
Yeah,
no,
shut
no,
up.
no.
I don't wanna hear
See
it.
that one 8 in a row? Rich get richer over there.
Oh, I don't want to fucking hear.
There
buddy,
we go.
buddy. If
Yeah,
you
I told
took,
him, in all seriousness, I know you don't actually care about winning in Bedford. It's more about getting the guys and growing in for the tournaments and all. But
you know what sold me on him? But not to talk too much about it. You know what sold me on him?
what?
Watching him down in New York.
Yeah, I didn't
Again,
know he had played with you in New York. I
Listen,
didn't even know that.
I love playing in Bedford.
Sure.
I love the competition. I really do. You're right as far as
No doubt.
I don't lose sleep over losing in Bedford. It's not
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
But watching him down in New York, just a dog came out of him that I've never seen before.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, this guy needs to travel with us.
The kid he was the same in the youth league.
Yeah.
Same way.
Yeah.
Every time we like the coaches, because my dad used to coach, we all gather. You go through the protected players and put a grade on them. And every time he came, everyone knew he was a 1. Everybody, he was the best player in the league every year he played. So just because of the speed, and I didn't know if it would translate into the men's league because the competition grows.
Sure.
So it's everything, it changes, but it did. There's no doubt.
He does have
He doesn't have the greatest. I'm like one-on-one. I'm gonna he'll just run away from you. You know what I mean? And he's so fast that he can do that. I think he's getting moved. I think his hips are getting better. I think he's learning that aspect of his game. But
right, and that
he's a great
will,
player.
he has what Jerry Rice called next man speed.
Yeah,
he
yeah,
really
yeah,
does.
he does.
He's gonna run faster than the guy next to him. It doesn't matter where he is.
So you have, okay, yeah. I forgot he wasn't on the list. I was about to go into why.
Yeah,
No.
we had to leave them off. They're,
Yeah.
He's automatic. Him and Cam. I
Yeah.
mean, Cam's a beast out there too.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out Junior. Junior's a problem out there. Number 2, I got Josh Kenny, who debatably is, an A player, but I haven't actually seen him on an A team in what I thought was a couple sessions. But then someone reminded me that team with what was their name? With Adam, and Adam was playing
Bad
QB.
Batch.
Bad Batch, yeah. So but Josh usually hovers around that B1 territory, B2, and Josh is a baller.
Yeah, listen, I think Josh, me personally, he's earned his shot at the A division for sure, 100%. Josh has gotten 10 times better than he was when he started. And I wouldn't consider him an A division player yet. He has filled in some roles. He has played. And I'm not trying to take anything away from Mondays or not Whack Pack or Bad Batch. But Mondays were a little weak when Bad Batch was there. And quite frankly, when it was Nasty Boys and Bad Batch in that finals, we split up into 2 teams. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm not trying to take away from him, not trying to diminish any. he did play in the A's,
Sure.
but this is why we're not considering him an A division player quite yet. Even though I think he can be a good A division player, and again, he's progressed his game for a while.
Sure.
And he will continue to progress. And
Yeah.
Too Nasty is going to be pissed at me when I steal him.
Yeah, that'll be a problem.
Yeah.
All right, so get into number one.
Sure, number one.
Number one, I have Alex Martinez, who I didn't even know him like before New York, and Alex is a problem, dude. He does a little bit of everything, and he does it well. I mean,
Yeah, very good player. I mean, when it was safety patrol, we all talked red, but then, we'd always say there's another guy on that team who's pretty good,
Yeah.
and it was Alex for a while. And
Do you think he is the second best player on that team when Red is healthy?
full squad? I mean, Red's brother's pretty good.
So yeah, they have Red's brother. They have
Mike, right? Is that his name?
Yeah,
he's very good.
That kid can play. I mean,
Yes. But consistent-
He holds, but kid can play, and he's fast and he's aggressive, and that's what you need in a player. And,
Right.
they have that one other guy. I don't know his name, but he plays safety for them typically.
Yeah, they have
Yeah,
they have a lot of good players.
Yeah.
But consistent guys who show up all the time.
Sure.
Alex kind of seems like the standout.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And yeah, this is kind of one of the reasons why we brought him to Too Nasty, and
Sure.
one of the reasons I rocked with him, in tournaments and when I can play with him and in Bedford. And
Yeah.
yeah, no, I can attest he's a great player to play with.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he loves it. He's a dog. He loves being out there. Which
Oh yeah, I found out he uses a roll of tape on his ankles, on each ankle. So 2 rolls of tape every game.
wow.
Guy pays more in tape than league fees.
Well, that's why all he has is that dip. That he's a little stiff.
Yeah, he said he was sick of rolling his ankles, but no, yeah,
Fair
I mean, great player. Some holes to his game, which he can address too, and he what I love about him is he knows when he screws up.
Yeah.
He'll say, "Hey, my bad."
Yeah.
Well,
Good attitude.
but yeah, very good attitude. Good guy you want to go in the trenches with for sure.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah, good list, very good list.
Thank you.
I assume Volpe is not on it because he's quote unquote an A division player.
Yeah. So honorable mention to the LBP guys because they made A's this session. But yeah, a lot of them probably would have made this list. Mojo, Dave,
Mojo.
yeah, Jay. But Jay's,
Don't you dare put Mojo or Jay on that list.
and same with Dirty Birds. Dirty Birds guys,
I want to bring up that comment about Lenny. Is Lenny,
Lenny was on my list. See, I had 15 guys, and we kind of had to start narrowing it down. And I wish
one
I
of the
kept.
victims of the.
Yeah, one of the victims for real. It was really hard to make this
It-
list, but Lenny's definitely up there for sure.
If we had more time, we probably put Lenny on the honorable mention.
Yeah.
Lenny's a good player. I think he's
They've
smart.
been talking about him as best center in Bedford.
Yeah.
That's,
Lenny's
I agree with
I
that
love
face
Lenny,
right
but
there.
no,
I agree.
no.
I agree. But who did it? Was it Cap?
He's sneaky athletic.
Was it Cap that did it? Said he was the best center in.
No, Cap would
Someone
always
did
say
it.
Max
Someone
is.
said it. Someone-
There's definitely some guys I'm
or maybe he's
missing,
a top 3. Maybe I'm.
Maybe.
but
Yeah, I mean, you
someone-
can make a
somebody
case for top 3. He's a great center.
Sure, he is.
Don't
No
get
doubt,
me wrong.
No doubt.
I think he lacks in the defensive side of it, even though he is smart. He's more of a downhill runner,
Yeah,
which
no doubt, yeah.
is
He's
a
a good
center.
flag puller though.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, very very well-rounded player
Yeah.
at certain positions. Can't play them all.
Great kid too, for sure.
No, he's a dickhead. No, I'm just kidding. He's the man. Brian coming out with the Lenny. Jeez. Two irrelevant players talking about each other. All right, well, that was a good list. Unfortunately, Tyler did not get his wish, and Tyler will search next week if you want to come on the show.
Well, next time you miss the show, I'll make a list, but you got to let me know ahead of time. You can't do the same day bullshit because then I'm screwed. So if you ever are going away and the show continues,
Yeah, listen.
I'll grab Champa and we'll run it back.
Champ
Redemption.
Oh, prick's not allowed in my house. Get the fuck out of here with that loser. Yo, he's such a dick too.
Champa.
He just
I don't know him the way you know him
he just had
because-
surgery, right?
He might have. I don't know if it in between last Wednesday and today. Maybe he has, but
I thought so from
He
what I
might-
heard.
yeah.
So he's playing Wednesday,
yeah,
and
with only leapers.
No, I understand, but he's
Doesn't make
playing. He's
sense.
playing Wednesday, and I thought I heard he was having surgery the next day,
Yeah. Oh, that may have been true. I didn't.
and it's just to me everything I've understood about surgeries, like you don't want to swell up the area before
logically
surgery.
speaking, that is definitely couldn't agree with you more.
I tried to tell him, but you know he doesn't like me. So
Sure.
he doesn't want to listen to anything I said. So I was trying to give him some advice. Why I don't know, but
Yeah.
trying to help him out. No, he, but next
Down
time
they took.
he can, but he can come on if I'm here. I don't care.
No,
What's
but
that?
I'm just saying it was me and him when we got destroyed.
Right, he's still gonna get destroyed, but
Well, exactly. So we
Oh,
gotta
okay.
we gotta run it back.
all right. So what happens if you guys do off? Yeah, I know. Pat wants to host. I saw.
That one
Pat and
happened
Pike.
again.
Oh yeah, that would bring the ratings
What?
in for
I
sure.
wants to host with you.
Oh yeah.
Not your pad, my pad. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, thanks to Mason for coming in and touching up on those two things and bringing a lot to the show. We got Jay outside still. No more trick or treaters, evidently. Let's touch in with Jay. Jay, how you doing out there, buddy?
Good.
All right.
Sounds like it's getting colder.
Thanks for reporting. I can't believe your best friend Adam left you out there all by yourself.
Yeah, he's a dickhead.
He is literally the worst. I tell you right now. That kid has no loyalty.
I said, we're going to hand out candy. He said, who? I said, you and I. He said, no, the fuck I'm not. I'm going downstairs and playing Valorant.
Yeah,
Like
what?
a fucking loser.
He is a fucking nerd.
I hope he's listening.
These people wonder why I yell at him so much. Like, this is the insight to what Adam does or doesn't do. Jay's been one of the greatest friends for him. Loyal to the T. Loyal to the team. And this is how Adam treats him. Such a prick. Jay, this is why, you're my best son, not him.
I know.
All right, just keep us posted. Anybody comes by.
I will.
All of a sudden, we see Jay Charles and a couple guys show up with costumes. Fucking the whole Dirty Birds team is here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk in the playoffs. This is a lot of playoff talk coming up. A lot of controversy. Gumby's snaking the whole league.
I couldn't believe we got the 1 seed, bro.
What do you
I
mean you
texted
couldn't
Cal,
believe?
I said,
What does that even mean?
Listen, I was like, listen, don't be surprised right now if Tambo or Leapers or Natty D's ends up with a 1. I said this happened before. Do not be surprised if it happens again.
It happened one time.
I know,
which I'll
but I
give you.
had to. But to be fair, I have prior to that, I don't really think I was ever in a position where I was really confident that we were going to get the 1 seed. We've always were like a 4-2, 5-1. So we were always on the outside looking in, kind of from that. So
Sure.
The second we had the chance and we didn't get it, I was like, all right, here we go. He might have just been so used to you guys being the 1 that he was just like. So I was like, this could happen again.
Yeah, I mean, you have an argument based on that one season.
Sure.
From what I've seen over the past couple years for Wednesdays on A Division, he's been like, hey, I'm going to sit down. I'm literally looking at this, and I'm going to
Sure. Yeah.
do what's right. So I knew you guys were getting number 1 seed. What, Ben?
CJ says, Gumby's plays easiest schedule. Tyler Pike. I can't believe we got the first seed.
Yeah, I know.
We got the bye week in the
you
first
do
round.
sound
too.
like it. You do sound
We
like a
got the
dummy,
bye
right?
week. We got the bye week in the first round too. Look at that.
They were calling your schedule the layup schedule.
Well, we played Natty D's. We beat them. We played you guys. We ended up winning. So we played. We might have.
Well, you
played
and the
those guys.
refs
I don't know.
definitely beat us that
Here
game.
we
You're
go.
not wrong,
Here
for
we go.
sure.
That was actually a good game.
No,
The
it
Natty
was.
D's won. I don't think that one was close. Oof. I think it was like.
Yeah, it was
20
21-0.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
They might have not scored. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, no, you played 3 C teams and then Natty D's and myself.
I used
and
to request to play all the 8 teams, but I kind of stopped doing that. Once I played with another team,
so
because actually once we played Slipstream and I said we were definitely gonna win. I really stopped requesting after that because that was a bad week.
yeah. So real quick, with at least with Mason here, you can give us like an opinion from no offense, but a non-A division opinion.
Sure.
Okay, so do you guys think it would be better for the league if all A division teams played each other during the regular season, or so let's say option A, they all play each other and that's it. So you'll never see an A division team.
Honestly,
Hold on.
Sure.
Or B, I'm going to give you 3 options here.
Okay.
B, it's half and half. Or C, A division teams don't play anybody from A division until the playoffs.
That can't happen because I think that's dumb. But I think option A is the move. I think that would be even better. Bro, I'd rather play you guys, Natty D's, North, Leapers.
Okay,
Natty D's again, you guys again. I think it's better. I mean, if we're trying to get better here, I mean.
I think you got to get B1s in the A's, though, at least. Cause
Yeah, sure. You can sneak in Slipstream in there or whatever, or Dirty Birds.
I mean,
throw them in there. Sure.
Well, Dirty Birds were A last season. They're A this season. So they're an A division team. Yeah, I know you don't think so. I do, and Jimmy does as well.
What about a hot team that's like, a B team that's real hot?
So this is the problem.
But this is tough because if he's not sitting down, like if he's not watching the games and all he has is scores, you know what I mean? Like the ref, so it's tough.
Jimmy's got his ear to the ground more than people give him credit.
Yeah.
But let's say all the A division teams, and that's honestly, I'll shout out Dave Cap. He thinks they should do that. If all A division teams just play A division teams in regular season, then no offense, let's say Mason's team goes 5-1.
Sure.
Now let's say Nasty Boys goes 3-3.
Sure.
For whatever reason, close games. Refs, calling Cam in when he's out. You know what I mean? It happens. We've seen it. So now all of a sudden he's putting the C division team in the A's.
If he goes by record, but I would assume at that point he would know.
So then
it would be just. So, but then it's tough because then new teams wouldn't be able to come in that way. So you have those issues. But personally, from just a player, I would rather play Natty D's and you guys twice with the other 3 teams than play,
Right.
Some of these other. I mean, it's no disrespect, but it's more fun. I learn more playing you guys than playing.
Absolutely.
Everyone loves competitive games for sure. But I think if you're going to do that, you kind of have to set who's A's and B's before the season.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But that's not the Bedford way. And that's what I like about Bedford.
Sure.
You have other leagues who you do come in and you say, hey, I'm an A team or a gold team, whatever they want to.
I just hate when I play a game and I don't even come remotely close to turning it over. Like every throw is a guy that has 5 yards of separation. Like that, it's a waste of time.
This guy?
What do you mean?
I get what he's saying.
No, I know.
You know what I mean? Like it's not
Right.
as I mean, you would understand.
All right, come on, Ben. You're just trying to show you're
Shorten
relevant.
that down. It used to be longer.
No, I get what you're saying, and no matter what direction he goes into with it, however it may be, let's say let all the A division teams come up with a, hey, we want to do this for the short term and see how it plays out.
Sure.
There's going to be holes in it. And again, if all of a sudden we're saying just 6 A teams are going to play each other, and we're not allowing other teams to try to make A's.
Sure.
It's a problem,
Idea.
What?
It says the scoring system, so like something like A division wins 5. An A division win, you get 5 points. A B division win, you get
But
3
then
points.
the issue exists still of they have to be set beforehand.
Correct.
So it's
Yeah.
tough.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Which
again,
I feel like isn't
not
that big of a
that
deal.
at that point is a little bit more confused, just on Jimmy's end. You know what I mean?
Right.
But
Jimmy has to
I don't
take,
have
like,
a problem
a
with the way
player.
it's done now, especially because as players you can request to play teams.
Well, you
know
don't
what
have a problem because you guys benefit from how it is now.
How? What do you mean?
We just talked about this last week.
No, but I don't. We all are the same here. Well, listen. I want to play.
You're not the
Leapers 'cause
same.
I want to beat them because I
not
think
the
they're
same.
overrated as shit.
Nasty
and I'd love
Boys-
to play them.
Yeah, you guys say this, but it doesn't
Oh,
happen.
and you guys get lucky too. You guys basically have a bye week too. No calling.
You
on
guys
Wednesday,
are
but
like
we'll get into that.
you guys are like Kenny Wheels. Oh, I want to work 40 hours a week, but you never do. Okay, you don't
Dude,
show up
okay.
for work. You don't work the 8 hours a day. You can't keep saying you want to do something and then not
We
doing it.
beat the top 2 teams in the A, other than us, in my opinion, which is you in Natty D's.
Right, and then you beat local degenerates, and then you beat right.
We
I'm
can't-
telling you, Nasty Boys played 6 A teams.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we played Dirty Birds twice, but there were
what a shame that is.
There's 6 A teams. All right, I'm gonna tell you right now. If I'm trying to get a win, no offense to Scarelli and company,
Yeah.
I don't want to play Dirty Birds. I want to play local degenerates. If you're telling me,
I
hey
don't
Steve,
think you have an issue winning against either of those guys. No disrespect. But
Dirty Birds, it was like tied at half.
yeah,
So-
I don't really know what's going on there. I don't know what went wrong in that game.
they
I didn't
play good.
watch
Dirty Birds is getting good.
I'm
Yeah,
saying,
they're a good
They've been
team.
good.
They're a
They've
good
been
team.
good,
if you're
no
telling
doubt.
me, Steve, $1
We
million,
fucking suck. That's what happened.
what, buddy?
We suck.
We did that first half, but I'm not taking anything away from the Dirty Birds. So don't we
Oh,
suck
no doubt,
because they
no
played
doubt.
well.
But
So
there's a level to this
Hold
A
on.
division here, and they're not on the level of these other teams.
I'm saying if you're offering me $1 million to win a game, and I'm picking local degenerates or Dirty
Okay,
Birds,
yeah, obviously,
I'm picking
sure,
local
sure.
degenerate. Okay, so
I'm having
I'd spin the wheel.
difficulty controlling the
I'll take either.
volume of my voice.
am I getting too loud, Ben? Yeah, well, you can't get a word over Pike.
But at the end of the day, isn't this the whole point of playoffs? You know,
I mean, you rank the you rank the
What's the
A division
point of
teams on
playoffs?
Wednesday.
regular season doesn't really matter. It's all
But it does.
Playoffs. I mean,
So when you have 6
It
A
does
division
sometimes.
teams, it does
Most of the
matter.
time. Yeah.
just for the buys, you're saying.
The bye, yeah. Yeah, every A division team will tell you that bye matters. Natty D's has said it.
Well,
Gumby's has said it.
actually, yeah,
Leapers has said it.
I'll take the bye. I'll take the.
Right. That's
We got
why
the
you.
bye, so
That's why you
I'm
guys
fine
asked
with it.
Jimmy for an easy schedule this
We
season.
got the bye right to the championship.
Right.
Playing Dirty Birds. # better than a bye. To be honest with you. No, I'm just playing.
Oh my
Very
God.
good spot.
Listen,
We're fucked. We
I
lost.
would be-
Hammer Dirty Birds money line right now. It's going down tomorrow. It's going down.
You just gave them the edge they
Yeah, I know.
Damn it.
They'll ignore that.
more,
I said
more
joking,
happier than me beating you if Dirty Birds beat you this week.
Oh, I know.
I would be
I'm
so
fucked.
happy.
They're gonna win. I'm taking Dirty Birds in the
This
picks.
is in their group message already.
Yeah, I know. I'm taking
Frickin'
Dirty
idiot.
Birds.
You
It's on record.
and you wonder why they hate you, or they think you wonder why they
Listen,
think you
I
hate
think
them.
they're a great team, and I played with them before. And if they have, I think Timmy's better than CJ. I think CJ's a great quarterback. I think Timmy's a little bit better. I think if they're fully rostered, I believe that they are. Okay, so they don't have CJ. I'm seeing in the comments right now. So they better fucking have Timmy, or they definitely suck with no quarterback.
I think
any
CJ
team with no quarterback.
I think
sucks.
CJ
That's no
just got
disrespect.
hurt.
Yeah. So
think he got
hopefully they
hurt.
have Timmy, because that's a major. And CJ's a two-way player too. We're talking here, so that's a major loss.
Yeah.
And Gummies, unfortunately, is quite healthy at the time. So this is
You know what we forgot to do?
what did we forget to do?
Our picks.
Yeah, I know. I was just thinking that. I'm like, oh shit, did I forget to do?
Well, you weren't there last night, right?
No, I was not. I almost went, but to watch my brother play. I don't. How's Whack Pack? Did they make the A?
No. B2.
Fucking B2.
B2.
Dude, fucking Slipstream went B2 as well. Milkman's in B2. What the fuck is up with that? No. Milkman being in B2 is fine. Slipstream being in B2 is not fine. They went from an A to a B2.
Oh,
What happened
see,
there?
this is we're gonna see if you actually put your money where your mouth is.
Yeah,
you
well,
said you were not gonna throw for that team.
I'm not throwing for that team.
We'll see.
No, I'm not.
We'll
I swear
see.
to God.
You guys are down 21 and a
I
half.
made one career pass, but it was already when the game was over against whatever team CJ was playing.
All right. Well, let's talk about Mondays. Unfortunately,
Sure.
we didn't do our picks, which I don't think anybody cares when we do, anyways. Shotgunners take the loss to Too Nasty. Jay Townsend actually had, oddly, the game of his life. That kid kicked ass yesterday.
There you go.
Rushing touchdowns. They were going for 2. He was running it in. It was insane. It made a lot of good throws.
Yeah.
He played lights out. A couple bad decisions in my opinion, but regardless, nonetheless, they won pretty handily and over a good Shotgunners team.
Yeah.
Too Nasties on a they're trying to prove themselves.
Sure.
Too Nasty kind of became their own thing.
Yeah.
And they're set to prove themselves. They got a chip on the shoulder.
Sure.
We got Steamboats and Ballers Gone Broke. I believe Steamboats steamrolled them.
Steamboats won.
Yeah.
It wasn't a steamroll.
No,
Should have been, but no, it wasn't.
I don't know.
It's closer than it should have been. Ballers Gone Broke played good.
They always kind of play well. They play up to their competition.
They're
Yeah.
disciplined.
Yeah, you get what you get with them. No real variables there, but they play good.
Yeah.
Slackers over Dirty Birds in a very high scoring game. CJ gets hurt, has to leave. Slackers with Artie, who arguably at one point in time was literally the best quarterback by far around. Just diced them up with playoff Lenny and a couple of those guys, and I believe it was like high 50s to 30 something. A lot of scoring. Primetime and Raw Dogs. Primetime win that one?
Fuck no.
I heard Ron.
Oh, sorry, Jay. All right, yeah, Jake, you want to give us a little recap of the game? You played with
fuck
Raw Dogs.
Primetime.
Why?
They suck. We beat them.
Yeah,
Shout out CJ and Dom. Dom can only score. our points.
Yeah, he got a lot of your points.
How many tutties did he have?
4.
Five, I think.
5. Okay. Sure.
So was the game close?
Yeah, we won in the last play of the game.
Oh wow! So very interesting game on
Was this, what division was this? Was this
B1.
Don't worry about it, Tyke.
B2.
What's
Sorry,
Jay doing playing in the B's? What's going on? with that?
B2.
It's bullshit. He's an A division
He's
player.
playing with Raw Dogs. Listen, Raw Dogs
Bulking up for the B division.
they're trying to get out of C's. They're trying to get back to the Raw Dog glory days.
Yeah.
So they got to grab a couple guys.
Hey,
What?
Danny wants to know if he's coming for the other show.
Shit, Danny, why don't you relax?
He's
But no, Primetime played a good game.
I think he didn't hear from.
How did
you or
Gavin do, Jay?
Gavin can't do shit. He sucks.
He already has.
I was expecting that.
No, Danny, and all NFL guys. I think we're gonna do the show Friday. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. My current producer has to leave. You know, he can't stay too late tonight, and my other producer is preoccupied right now. So NFL will be probably Friday. We're gonna let a few things settle, and then we're gonna come up with a good show for you guys. We got Pickle Dicks and Balls Deep. Is Ball Deep's your other team?
Yeah, Balls Deep's my other team.
Okay.
We played them last week and I wasn't there and they got the best of us and this week we got the best of them. So
All right, you want to talk in your mic so everybody can hear you? What was it a close game?
Not really.
No, you guys beat them pretty handily.
Yeah, their only touchdown was off of a last man call.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
but they did get 2 runbacks on extra points. So it was like 11 to 29 or something.
That's fair.
But yeah, shout out Balls Deep. We're taking B2s. Calling it now.
Who else is in B2? We got Primetime Raw Dogs. So Raw Dogs won.
Yeah, B2s actually looks pretty good. It's like Whack Pack's in there, I think.
DJ and I aren't playing.
Raw Dog. Oh yeah, CJ's. Wait, Jay, you're not playing either?
No.
Well, there we go.
Yeah, you got Whackback Aviation Nation. All right. Well, we had Manchvegas Mambas and LBP, which very high scoring, but Manchvegas Mambas kind of wins it pretty easily. I believe they won by almost 30, but it was like 70 to 40. It was a lot of scoring this game. Mambas on a mission. I've said it for a while. And they're in the A division which they belong in with Elliott and a couple of those guys. Funniest fucking thing was Elliott. We watched Jay Townsend from the sidelines tip the ball very awkwardly. Like Jay made a play, but we're laughing at him because it looks so goofy because Jay made it. Jay tipped the ball, ended up picking it, and we were laughing, and it was very funny. And Elliott came over all mad he thought we were making fun of him and laughing at him. And I had to tell him, I'm like, Elliott, we were laughing at Jay Townsend. I'm sorry. Like we were doing the same thing the game before with Too Nasty because Jay Townsend, running looking like Michael Vick. It was unreal. And we were just joking and laughing and hyping Jay up and it continued the Vegas Mambas team game. And Elliott thought we were ragging him, and we had to tell him we weren't. But
I heard it get a little chirpy over there, but it seemed friendly.
Between
Are
those,
they the common denominator here in games getting chippy is Manchvegas now? Is from what I'm hearing the last couple times I've been hearing about. They had an issue with McDonald's.
Chippy?
They had just trash talking, maybe not chippy. You know what I mean?
No. This game was more. I could be wrong
fun,
from the
mostly
sidelines.
fun.
I was more. I thought it was a laughing kind of joking manner. Sure. Elliott's got a chip on his shoulder, and that's fine.
Sure.
And rightfully so. I think Elliott unfairly came at the sidelines when the sidelines weren't even chirping at him. And that's fine. He continued the whole, hey, fuck nasty boys. It's new age coming in. And we'll get to that, but
Sure.
and that's his prerogative, and that's fine. I've praised Elliott. I've said where I think he needs to figure it out, but they played a great game, and LBP, who I thought didn't belong in the A's, proved that they did belong in the A's. They scored a lot of points, with a bunch of young kids and new guys. It's hard to play defense against guys like Trey and Franklin and Waz and Cam Anderson and Elliott. It's kind of a star-studded team, and
For sure.
they got like 12 guys. They got Dino over there. They got a bunch of guys.
Yeah.
Maybe too many guys. They have the tallest guy in the building who literally will win a jump ball against anybody if it's done right. So they got weapons and they're built for this A division run, and maybe they don't get enough love from people, and maybe people talk shit to them, but they're on a path, and they beat up LBP pretty good. They're scoring a lot of points on them, and on their way to the finals. And I told you it wasn't going to be that easy for Nasty Boys. I know you snuffed it off.
I do believe that you guys are going to win, and I do believe you will do it handedly. But
I mean,
even when you try to make believe that the Dirty Birds gave you guys a game, like by saying it's tied at halftime, there's a reason why you didn't even continue, because what happened after that was you probably destroyed them. It probably wasn't close because you guys are just better than them. It's no disrespect to these guys. They're good players, but the talent gap becomes too much at some point.
You're right, but you yourself has said not the best team wins every time.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Correct. Okay.
But I do believe that a line is drawn at some point. This isn't the NFL where it's any given Sunday, because I think if you guys were to play, some of these lower teams, like some of these C division teams, you have no chance of losing. You know what I mean? Where in the NFL, it's different.
Correct. But when you have guys like Franklin,
Dirty Birds can beat. They can beat anybody. I'll say that. I think they can.
Right.
I think they have.
Wednesday Dirty Bird team is a very good team.
Oh yeah, they are. I don't know if I'd say they're not on the level of the other 5 A division teams, in my opinion. But I think they should be in the A's. If they want to be in the A's, then that's fine. But if they come out to us and lose 50-0, do you really want to be in the A's? Because you did nothing.
How often they losing 50-0?
I'm just saying
no,
if
I
it does
understand.
happen, you know what I mean?
That goes with any team.
Oh, sure. Yeah, but no, Dirty Birds has a bunch of good to great players. I think. I think that I really do believe Timmy's underrated. I think he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league. I think he's got a big arm. I think he's accurate. And
sure. Hey, let's get to this Danny Cruz comment. I like that comment. Let's talk about that real quick.
You want me to read it?
Good. You can read it, Ben.
So Danny says, suggestions for Bedford. Lives for games to do stats. And then let's start making season and yearly accolades for Bedford to go with the podcast. All it takes is a little unity from the people in the Plex, and it could spice the league up. So
you're not wrong, Danny, and that's been a suggestion to the Plex. The Plex has unfortunately said no. Jay from Dirty Birds was actually one that really pressed it and started, and said, "Hey, Jimmy, I'll keep stats and we'll try to build it." And the answer was no.
So tough.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. I'm not knocking it in any way. I like it. I'd like to do more for this league, regardless of how involved physically I'm there. I love doing the tournaments, win, lose, or whatever. I love the fact that we recorded, we talked, we showed people that you might never see. We gave guys time who might never get the time. We brought a different light to the. Mason helped out huge with that. And I really enjoy that stuff. And people can say I'm taking the political answer, the bullshit, whatever it is. I enjoy, and I was just telling Jimmy this today. I enjoy the tournaments in Bedford because we're all hanging out, we're all laughing, we're all joking. It's a different atmosphere than going once a week and playing people you don't know and shit like that.
Sure.
And you love the tournaments. You know,
love the tournaments,
right?
man. The best.
So I want to do more for the league. The problem is, if we do more for the league, we're bringing the effort, we're bringing the money, we're bringing the time.
Whoever stays back to keep track of these stats, probably not getting paid. They're not getting paid. You know what I mean? And but again, if you can get if someone were to make this happen, it would have to be you. Unfortunately, no one else is gonna get this train going. So it would have to be you, I think. But
it always has to be me.
You get somebody to make a website. a couple. You would need a couple guys because you can't just do one guy for stats. Impossible. You need a guy on
Right.
each field,
Right.
right? So
Sure.
eventually you need the people. I believe you could make it happen if you tried, but again, it's tough. It's not just like let's make it happen, done. All of the shit that goes into it.
It is tough, and it's like, no offense, but are you gonna work for free?
Sure.
You know
exactly.
what I mean?
No one really. Half the people don't like playing at 9. Never mind 10. Never
Right.
mind staying, not playing. Keep. You know what I mean? So
Right. All of a
there's
sudden,
issues there.
I get a game at 7, and I can go. We either get a drink early, go home, go to bed early. Now I got to stay till 11.
Yeah.
Like I get it, Danny, and you got good ideas. You know,
I actually
and
think, Danny, I believe that this can gain traction and happen. I think it can. You seem to be not really that optimistic. I think it could happen
because
they got to be committed, though. You have to be.
It's been brought up
It
before.
can't be 3 weeks and then kind of forget about it and not, because then you can.
Somebody has to be able to get through to Jimmy.
You're right, Danny. I do the podcast for free. You're 100% right. I enjoy doing the podcast, and I think the podcast builds and helps towards the league. But I enjoy sitting here in my own house, drinking and talking to my buddies, opposed to sitting there with a clipboard and doing stats.
Sure.
You know, and quite frankly, half the people in that place don't like me, and I'm gonna sit there and count stats
Here we go.
for fucking
Buddy, half
Champa.
the people play for you.
And, yeah.
So, no, I don't want to hear this.
You still never did your poll, and I still don't even know the
Yes.
reason of your poll.
Yo, we got to start doing polls, Ben. You gotta remember this for the future. We got to start doing polls. We'll drop it at the beginning of the episode and we'll check it at the end. All right.
We've done a couple polls.
Yeah, I always forget.
Yeah, I mean, it would have to be, in my opinion, it would have to be some type of league change or a temporarily try something out for a season.
Sure,
You know.
and I think it could happen.
Do you think you could convince Jimmy to actually do that?
I don't think we
I
could
don't-
convince Jimmy.
I don't think I could.
believe that we could do it on our own, though. Maybe, possibly. I think that.
I need like a Bedford board.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
It's just tough because keeping stats is also like you got to do it right too. It's not just like so you have to be paying attention to the game. It's not just like hanging on the sideline, doing nothing. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like you have to actually pay attention.
Danny's saying,
And how deep do we want to get into this? Are we talking completion percentage here? Are we
Well, so-
talking basic touchdown picks?
So the draft league, and Danny says, well, each team can do its own stats. You're right.
Sure.
You're right, Danny.
We got to make sure.
But how does that work for the draft league? We're always having comments. Danny, I'm trying to read. I don't like. I bet over here fucking getting fatter as we fucking speak. I'm trying to read your comments. You're right. You're right. People could do that themselves. The draft league has an issue with that, and we'll touch that up on the draft league page and show. But the draft league is looking to do something different because of that. So. And then all of a sudden, we know Tyler Pike is already scamming the roster system and the
Here we
schedule.
go.
All of a sudden,
Here we
Tyler
go.
Pike's got
This is the first time we're not playing.
9.4 touchdowns a game and no picks.
Here we go.
I mean, come on. And then now Tambo time is buying the awards. So Tyler Pike can have the fucking
Here we go.
quarterback of the year award. It's coming out of my pocket while he lies and steals. Listen, I'm all for the Plex to grow. I really do want it to grow, and I'm very critical on the things that I don't think are good for the Plex, and that gets me in hot water sometimes. People don't like to hear it. Jimmy and company sometimes, but I just don't know what the proper or the right answer is, and I don't even know how we could add something to that right now, especially without the Plex help.
Yeah, I actually don't think we need Jimmy, though, to be honest. I really think it could be done. But again, like I said, it's just the word committed is what it is. Like, you got to have a guy that is willing to punch all these stats in every week. You know what I mean? And, like, to stay up to date on it, because you know what I mean?
Yeah. Danny's saying, well, each team can throw in an extra $20 for awards. Now you got to get all teams involved. Now, let's say, Leapers who refuse to play in any tournaments. Well, what if they say, no, we're not putting $20 in? Now I got to keep them out of the awards. Then the awards get tainted again. Like I know what you're saying. And I'm unfairly picking on the Leapers because they never play in Best of Bedford. So that's kind of my little stab at them.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. I don't know why they don't.
They're scared.
They played in
They're scared.
the Gumbies.
They're scared.
Share most players. They played
Well,
in one.
listen,
one.
and that's what I love about Donnie. Donnie will play anybody, anywhere, any format, anytime. I've always said that. That's why Donnie.
Well, he's gone now, unfortunately.
No, I understand.
So-
But that's why Donnie goes down as one of the greatest, in my opinion, of all time. But I think the Leapers who pass it off, and they might be mad I'm saying this, and that's fine, but they pass it off that there's no competition, so they don't play.
Well, I don't think they can say that because. Oh, are you talking in the tournaments?
Right. So they say that.
I mean-
but Leapers have been a staple at Bedford for the past 4 years, right?
And how
At
much
least.
have they won A division championships?
They've won a lot.
Well,
over time.
as of late, I'm
Well,
not seeing them.
They won last year.
They have become the third
Okay.
best team.
That- well,
They're
hold on.
trending down as well. They are trending more towards 4 than 2. To
All right,
be
now,
honest.
now you're just insulting them.
No, I love those guys. I play with most of them, but
Right. Well,
they're good.
I
Not
mean,
great.
listen.
No, I'm kidding. They're great, but
Do they have a stance to play in Best of Bedford?
they should. be playing. I believe they
Okay,
should.
so that's kind of my knock on them. So
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just saying, to give an example, if a team says, "Yeah, I'm not giving you guys $20 to do this,"
Sure.
and then again, to quote
I mean,
Charlie
we might-
Day,
Yeah.
if you put any plant under a microscope, you're gonna find holes in it.
Sure.
So I do my best, and if you have ideas, go to Jimmy. Jimmy's always open for a conversation. Always, 100%.
Yeah.
And maybe you guys can get to him better than I can, but obviously Tyler Pike has a way better relationship than I do with him, because Tyler Pike played 3C division teams this season,
See, if we-
on his way to getting the number 1 seed,
Listen,
and having
You
6
gotta-
A
you gotta
division
have a
teams.
problem with Jimmy here, not me. He makes the schedule. I don't.
Oh, sure. That's not what I
It's
heard.
not like It's not like we had lost to Natty D's, lost to Nasty Boys, and then beat the piss out of the C teams. We beat everybody. We handled business.
You can't say. Listen, you skated by in the Nasty Boy game. Skated by.
I'm
You got
saying
lucky,
beat the
Pike.
piss out
That's
of
right.
the other.
You're right,
other
Jay.
teams. I went right after Jay. I saw the matchup with Cam
Oh
on Jay,
my
and I said,
God.
I'm
You
going
didn't
right there.
Everyone, you didn't beat Leapers.
No, I'm saying.
Oh, now Adam's out there with him.
No, I'm saying. What I was saying was, we beat the
piss
out of the C division
teams.
Like, it's not like we snuck by them. So, like, forgive us for matching up against these guys. You got to complain to
you
Jimmy.
didn't sneak by the A division team, so put your top seed in A division. Like what?
Bro, I don't know what to tell you. Listen, I didn't draw the schedule.
Oh, sure,
we play
sure.
who's in front of
No
us.
one's. I'm not blaming you guys. Jimmy,
Yeah.
Jimmy
Yeah,
just kind of does Jimmy things.
Well, yeah, no, that's why I thought you guys might get the 1 seed. That's why I just thought that.
No, we can't go 4-2. You guys go 6-0.
No, I know, but-
thought he was giving us the one.
Yeah, that's a whole nother thing. So we got such a low seeding.
The 1 seed means something here,
Right.
actually, in this one, based
Right.
off what we're seeing. You get Dirty Birds in round 1. They're a good team, but of the 6, that's the team you want to play.
Right.
And then you get a bye, so
Right.
you have to go through Leapers, no Colin. You're
Right.
gonna beat them, so we're not.
So-
and then most likely Natty D's. Now that should be a good game, but we'll see how that goes.
Back to my point of how you guys snake the schedule, because you know how it works.
Bro.
You are very versed on what goes down when there's 6
No,
teams.
because they could have done 8 teams. They could have done 4. No one knew how many teams they were gonna do.
They weren't going to do 8 this time. You knew it. We all knew it.
Well, I mean, if they put
They
Dirty
weren't gonna
Birds in
do
there,
it.
they probably could have thrown some of those other teams in there. Maybe.
They weren't going to do it. So
I missed the 4. I wish they went back to the OG 4.
why?
But then you can't because you got
No,
North.
then
And
Nasty Boys are playing Leapers and Gumbies every time because Leapers
I
and
want to play
Gumbies.
Leapers, bro. I don't know what to tell you. I want to play these fucking bums, and I want to beat them.
It's fairly new that you're playing with Gumbies. It's fairly new.
yeah.
So, but for the longest time, Gumbies and Leapers couldn't play each other. If they made it to the finals and played each other, so be it. What are you gonna do?
That's not going to happen now because they don't have Colin. Just so you know. So you get a bye week is just as well
I'm
as we do.
taking Colin's
Yeah,
spot,
you
baby.
say that.
No, I'm joking. But no, they don't have. They're still a good team, but I mean, obviously no Colin. I mean,
I'm
David's-
playing with Leapers.
We have no Adam. We have no Kenny.
No,
Kevin McDonald was suspended
you
for 2
don't
weeks.
get to Kenny
No, no.
anymore because we know he's not coming back. Adam as well. We know he isn't coming back this session, so it's not like he missed 1 game.
But
you
we
know
still
what I
don't
mean?
have him.
Sure, but you guys still have great
I could
players
come
everywhere.
back tomorrow.
We still have great players. We just recycle great players to our
Well,
team.
you do. You have.
We have a bunch of
you have
Collins
Tang.
on our team in
You
and
have
out.
Tang, who is. We all know how good Tang is. You have Louis. You have. I don't really know what's going on with Kevin. I haven't seen him in a while. I'm sure he's on the team as well, right? I don't know if he's blitzing, but you have Connor and you have Jay, who plays safety. So you guys got a good defense. You're gonna beat Leapers. I'm telling you. I believe you think that as well. But
How much
then
is
Natty
that?
D's.
I will
you
never-
guys got
I
a
will
path,
ne-
bro. If you guys win this one, now this is impressive. This might be the most impressive run you guys may have had of any playoffs, because you got to go through Leapers, then you got to go through Natty D's. Assuming Natty D's beats the North had already beaten them, but I still think Natty D's will win. And then us if we beat Dirty Birds. Now if we lose to Dirty Birds, then
It wouldn't be
Forget
the
it.
first time we had to
no,
go
but
through
it's an impressive
a gauntlet
stretch.
like
It's
that.
not. It would
Right,
be less
you
impressive.
see how
if we
more
won.
difficult it is for
Sure,
us
sure,
as
sure,
opposed
sure.
to you guys.
Listen, I don't like
And
playing the C
all
team.
it takes
Trust
is
me,
a Mark blown call, and that's
There we
why.
go. I don't mind Mark, bro.
You don't blame Mark? The
No,
kid was
I
fucking
don't
3
mind
feet
Mark.
out of bounds.
Mark's not.
Jay missed the ball, and Jay was out of bounds. Right. Yeah, I don't want to hear it.
I was getting
This was
flamed for that.
facts.
That's
throw.
not your. It's not your fault. It's not your fault.
No, the throw. I was getting.
Oh.
Adam was grilling me over there on the sideline while I was celebrating.
Well, you would celebrate a
Well,
bad
no,
call.
listen. It was a throw and catch. It was everything. Everything worked out for us there.
Yeah, we know. It helps when it's 7-on-5.
Yeah. Who was the other one? Was it Trey?
Josh.
Oh, it was Josh.
yeah,
Okay,
No, Josh don't care.
All right. So what were we talking about 10 minutes ago?
C
Are we
division.
still on Mondays?
No, you're going
Yeah,
through
Mondays.
Mondays. Yeah.
We are. Okay. So should we just get right into Wednesdays? Fuck the rest of
No,
the
let's finish. What are you doing? All right, Manch Vegas Mom is over LVP, getting there. They're locking their finals A division. Manch Vegas, I believe, winning B2s when they came back, winning B1s last season, and now potentially winning A division. So, Whack Pack, Aviation Nation. God dang, I got the hiccups. Anybody know who won this game?
Whack Pack lost.
Oh my
Whack
God,
Pack
no
did
way.
lose? No
Tell me
way.
you're kidding. These
Yeah,
bums.
no, they did.
Oh
Not-
my
not-
God.
not to
I cannot
take-
wait to get home.
Not to
I'm
take
gonna-
anything away from Aviation Nation. They're a great team. Don't get me
quote
wrong.
me,
No,
I'm
first of
pretty
all,
sure they
no
lost,
excuse to lose these. I don't know who Whack Pack has, but I don't know what's going on with them. Now, ever since they lost to DirecTVs in that tournament, shit's been going downhill.
Buddy.
I don't know what's going on.
Another team,
Never
Nasty
letting
Nation,
them, never
is
letting
burying.
them, never letting them throw again. Never letting him throw again, because we're not losing to those guys ever again. So if I ever play for Whack Pack, that'll be it for them. Anyway, anyone watch the game? Did anybody get see the game?
CJ
What
Burke
went
said Aviation Nation won. I heard. I don't know if it was close.
Aviation Nation isn't bad though. They're
No,
not like
for sure, for sure.
Whack Pack should win, no doubt. But if
May-
they have the team that I believe they have,
Maybe. You know,
Sure.
Aviation Nation has a good. They got a good core defense,
I'm
and
gonna-
if you can get stops against that team,
I'm gonna guess they turned it over a few times against Whack Pack. I'm gonna guess they got a couple, at least 2.
Probably.
If I had to guess, I mean, it would be a safe assumption knowing they lost. But
CJ Burke says Whack Pack's defense was their downfall again. Tyler Pike's loving this.
No,
you,
sorry, I looked at my phone.
you were the
What did you
biggest
say?
hater.
What did you
No,
say?
you heard what I said.
No, I did. I swear to
As
God.
soon as I finished what I
swear
said,
to
you
God.
laughed and
Well, I looked up and I
smiled.
heard my name. I group chat's
You're
going
so
nuts
full-
right now.
Mason,
Shit's going down.
Mason, do you believe this guy? You
What?
can't believe what he says, right?
Oh God.
And he's like, Pike talks like he doesn't lose.
Yeah, well, yeah, I know. I know.
Well, I don't lose until the championship.
Oh, right.
So I've you
You
know
lost
it's
in
better than,
Worlds.
if it's better than okay again.
Wait.
So these kids out here, they have no idea of the adversity that we went through prior to that. Dude,
What do you mean?
You have no. Next episode. Cam
Yeah.
Waring's coming on. We're
All
going
right.
through all the adversity that we went through
Perfect.
prior to the
Perfect.
guy. You know, and
You
then
also
it was
never won the
demoralizing
bad
getting
match.
benched up in the 8-man. Well, what was it, 8-man? Because we like were
It was
1 minute
7
late.
minutes. You weren't
Oh, yeah,
1
whatever,
minute. You
whatever.
shut up at halftime.
No, there was like I'm like Cam, we're not going in, buddy. And I'm like, you know what? Whatever.
my
fine.
God.
We're gonna lock in for 5-man. But
Hey, real quick, while I have Jay and Adam outside, if I ever say, let's bring Tyler Pike to Worlds with us again, I need you guys to jump my ass
you better
as
hope
fast
you don't
as
go
possible,
down over there
please.
because then you're done.
We got you.
I got guys there. I don't
No,
care.
you don't.
Okay.
No.
Red?
Ah,
Yeah,
hey,
suck
he's
one.
good.
Yeah, okay.
No, I'm-
Good?
No, Red. I forgot about Red.
Right,
See,
yeah,
he's
you
gonna be
forgot.
healthy for Worlds. He's gonna be healthy for.
Absolutely.
Okay, good.
Again, I don't need you, Pike. Remember, you need me, buddy.
Yeah, dude, listen,
please.
I would have been down. But
For
couldn't make
what?
it happen. Couldn't make it happen.
Buddy, I wasn't going to make you come down and watch me play.
No. Yeah, no, don't worry about it.
Even though you love watching me play, but...
You're the most boring motherfucker to watch of all time. You're a great player. You're number one. You're number one quarterback in Bedford. No one's gonna deny it except you. But
What, that I'm boring to
ask,
watch?
Ask Manny about you. I'll get Manny on the pod.
Who the fuck's
Fucking
Manny?
Hates playing you.
The dude on your team,
Yeah,
Milkman, the black hair kid?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Why? Because I dice teams up?
Yeah. He doesn't
Just
like the
saute 'em up?
Well, because when we used to be with Milkman and we were in the A's and we used to play you guys, we would keep the same defense out there. So you'd run the same plays, maybe different variations of it, and he
Sure.
would hate going against. He would always want to go to man, go to the 2-2, go to all these other things, but we were so bad at anything else other than the diamond defense that we just stayed in that because that's what we were best at doing. So he always hated playing you. He always hated it. I'll get him on maybe next week.
I thought he was getting fucking Cam on next week.
Yeah, both of them.
But it's going to be
I thought you were getting
Milkman.
Champ on next week.
Yeah, we're getting everybody on
Pick
next
someone.
week. Tambo's gonna sit one out. Ben's gonna take a hike, and we're gonna go with Champa, Cam, and Manny. We're gonna have quite the podcast.
You're going to have no producer.
Oh yeah, no. All right, are we back? Are we on to Wednesdays yet? 'Cause we gotta get into Wednesdays.
No.
How many teams are
We
left?
had Nasty Boys and Young Ones. Close game. Close
Wonder
game.
who won this one.
Close game at half. Nasty Boys ended up pulling it out.
Shocker.
Who are you gonna rip on the Young Ones?
No, I'm playing. Who are the other two A teams? Is that?
It was just 4 A teams.
Okay.
Mamba's LVP.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's Mamba's nasty.
Mamba's Nasty Boys, which I was cool, excited about the competition, and then I hear Elliot saying fuck Nasty Boys on the sideline. So
Whoa.
so
So this is a big
That's
game.
gonna get a chippy one. It'll be
Nah.
good.
I got Nasty Boys.
I know. He's getting my best game regardless.
Okay, so they have
So now,
Trey.
now he opens
Franklin.
his mouth. Now he's getting it.
Okay, so I got Nasty Boys by 20. I think that's a I think you guys cover the spread. I think you guys get the win.
The intriguing part is their offense against our defense. That's
Yeah,
it.
no, they have Franklin, right?
Yep.
Trey. So they got players. So
Yeah.
they're not going to be, it's not going to be, a bunch of wide open guys. I don't think, like it might normally be on Monday.
Sure.
But we'll see how that goes.
No, we can't make it to Wednesdays because Tyler keeps going. Yeah, I know.
I feel like
CJ, we all know, but all right, you got Grandma's Cookies and Patriots Incorrect, which was Field 1. That game. No. What game? There was like a weird. Oh, Dark Humor and Ballbusters. There was a weird fight during the game, and Jimmy had to escort somebody out of the building off of Dark Humor.
Oh boy.
Yeah. I don't even know who won that game. I'm sorry I skipped that game. Preston, you're listening. Give me a little recap if you can.
I just saw the comment now that CJ said that Whack Pack, and for that game, cycling back, is
Yeah.
the defense couldn't get a stop.
Yeah.
That's the book on. Up to this point, they can't stop anybody. So until that changes, they
Busters won. Thanks, Dana. Oh, pretty handily too. Yeah. So Busters moving on. Grandma's Cookies and Patriots Incorrect. There was an issue with this game with reffing, and I think they ended up sending one of the Field 3 refs over to get the two refs. So I don't know who won that game. Now, I think there was an issue with Short Kings and Busters because roster issues, and I don't know what ended up. Yeah, I know the guy tried to fight Preston. I almost rallied the troops to come back up Preston. He almost had the whole nation behind his back. I guess the guy was threatening to wait outside for Rob. He was threatening Rob, and I guess it got pretty out of hand.
Damn,
So,
what the fuck?
yeah,
That's crazy, bro.
yeah.
That's wild.
Busters won.
Outside for Rob is crazy.
That is crazy. Listen, I actually don't. I think Rob gets a little bit more hate than I think he should, to be honest. And I'm just gonna say it.
No, I agree.
I don't think he's a bad ref. I think he's fine. I think every ref misses calls. Maybe him more than others, maybe. But I think he gets a little
I feel
bit
like
more
you
hate.
can't fault any of the refs that
Sure.
are there every week that are
Shout out to
committed
the
at
patch
least,
guys out there, Rob, Josh, and shout out to the other guys too. But we got some of these guys. Mark showing up, most every week. Oh, don't do that over there. Mark probably listens to the pod, so.
I don't care what he listens to.
Which ref said they listened to it? Whew, one of them said they listened to it. Oh, Rob. It was Rob.
probably does
It was
listen.
Rob's like, I listened to the pod, and I was like, oh, that's
What's up, Rob?
No, Patriotic won big, 50-6. Rob threw him out, and the kid was cussing everyone out. Everyone even slapped Jimmy's clipboard out of his hand. Whoa!
Oh wow.
And was calling everyone every swear
I'm
possible.
assuming he got the ban.
Oh yeah. Jimmy told me he's banned for good.
Yeah.
Jimmy didn't tell me about the slapping the thing out of his hand. That's kind of interesting. Yeah, but I mean, Preston told me that the game went from 0 to 100. He goes, it was all fun and games, and then all of a sudden it just fucking turned on a dime. And
so the cookies won.
Grandma's cookies, yeah. Oh, Grandma's cookies won over Patriots. Incorrect. Okay. Kevin's playing for Grandma's cookies. Yeah, Jimmy banned the dude. And then Buster's beat Short Kings, which I think they have a lot of interchangeable players, or maybe a few. So Buster's moving on to the Division Finals there. Jimmy's got. Oh, don't bring any Derek LaFon's comments to the show. No, I'm just kidding, Derek. Shout out Derek LaFond, a Bedford alumni, let's say. Dude was playing about 15 years ago in Bedford.
A guy that we wish we had some tape of.
Right, that's true. I mean, if we had FF1 back then, we'd all know who he is.
Come on.
Oh, no, Kevin played for the other team. All right, so Kevin lost in the C Division. Sorry. I misread you. My comment guy's falling asleep back here. Fucking Jesus. Oh, wow. Yeah, we know.
Let's get to Wednesdays here.
Yeah.
The thing that everybody's here has been waiting for.
Everybody's waiting for Wednesday. All right. Sorry, Mondays. Pike doesn't want to give you any love. I've given you a love the past few days.
We've discussed Mondays enough, I believe.
Yeah, sure, buddy. All right, let's do our picks for Wednesdays.
Sure.
Why don't you start it out, Pike? You're so.
Sure.
Jeez.
All right, who do we got? Give me the matchup. I'll tell you who I think will win the game.
You don't even have the schedule?
Nope. Actually, I do. But I was smart.
Pull it up, but you got Slipstream and Entity.
Slipstream should win, but who knows with them? They're in B2. I don't know why they're in B2. I don't know what happened to them. I don't know what went wrong ever since the one little run they had. I don't really know what's going on with them. I don't really understand why it's not working quite. I mean, sure, just a down session maybe. I don't know. I mean, I can't put a pin on it, but I'm going to take Slipstream to win that game.
How about you, Mason? Why don't you play with us here?
All right. Yeah, I mean, Slipstream should win from what I've seen.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
I'll take Slipstream.
Yeah, I think too much speed. I like Entity. I think they're a great team, but they play that deep, that deep game. You're not gonna beat us over the top. We're gonna give you the short at times, and I just think Slipstream has two of the fastest guys in the building.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it's a bad matchup. So my suggestion to Entity would be maybe come out with a different defense, catch them off guard.
I still think Slipstream should be B1. I don't really know what's up with that.
Yeah, I mean, a bad season drops them down. This is where it gets.
I don't know how bad it was, but Jesus, it must have been brutal over there. They need Gannon back, I tell you that.
Sure. All right, Nasty Girls, Tacky Bar. I'm pretty sure I'm banning all Nasty Boy guys from playing in these games.
I'm gonna go Tacky Bar here. I think. I assume Kevin, will he throw for Tacky Bar?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I'll go with
Derek and I can't play. We have to negotiate our contracts for time.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna go Tacky Bar.
How about you, Mace?
Yeah, who's on Nasty Girls? I mean, you and
A bunch of girls.
so there's literally no other guys.
We have a couple guys on the roster.
Well, Nasty Girls is good for a fight, but I think I'm gonna have to take tackybar.com.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going with my girls.
Attaboy loyalty.
We got Gumbies and, hopefully the upset of the
I'm
century.
taking Dirty Birds.
Jay from outside in the trick or treat is taking
Dirty
Dirty
Birds
Birds.
without CJ.
Yeah, I'm taking the upset here.
Trick-or-treating's over. I'm in the basement now.
I am taking the upset here. I'm taking the Birds to go in and cover and not only cover the 23.5 point spread, but also win outright. I'm taking.
Who gave them a 23.5 point spread?
No, it's probably 19.5. I'd say. I got Birds winning. I'm taking them in the upset. Money line plus 650.
How about you, Mace? You think Dirty Birds got it to win?
I hate to hear that CJ's hurt.
Oh, it's tough. It really is tough. You never want that.
I would have definitely taken the underdog with CJ. I'm still gonna take him. Let's go with the
We're
Birds.
going with
Ah!
Did you take the
CJ's
Birds? Did you take the Birds?
If CJ's hurt, who's throwing for him?
Wait,
Ben,
Timmy's not
do we
throwing. I'm
know?
assuming Timmy's
Wait,
throwing.
yeah, Timmy has to be throwing, right?
Ben, do we know who's throwing for him?
For who?
If CJ's hurt for the Dirty Birds, who's throwing for him?
Oh, yeah. 1, 2.
He's sleeping.
Sorry, I really tried to set you up for this one.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, so they got Timmy. Okay, yeah, so they do have a really good quarterback.
I'm taking Gumby's.
All right.
I think CJ or the Gumby's defense is really the key to their success. It has nothing to do with the offense. The number one receiver sucks, and the quarterback sucks. It's the defense that carries them. I've never seen a poor Gumby's offense.
You should have seen that game against the North.
It's awful.
Actually, no, that was the last session. That wasn't even the session. I don't like having to score 45, and sometimes with these guys, that's what you have to do.
Are you really knocking your defense on the show right
Hey,
now?
listen, my number one receiver is the safety, so I can do it.
All right.
Everyone's fucking taking the Birds right now, man. Look at the Birds getting. The spread is dropping with all these bets coming.
Don't worry, LaFawn took Gumby's by 12.
Yeah,
You're
but he
safe.
said because of Martell. He doesn't
Nobody has their ears to the ground more than Derek LaFawn.
Yeah,
okay? Somehow, the guy's never there, but he knows what's going on. All right, we got Spartans and Pickle Dicks. I'm taking Spartans.
I'm gonna go Pickle Dicks here.
Ooh. I'm gonna go Spartans.
Spartans with a 5-1 record, and Jimmy put them in the B's because he didn't think they were ready for A's, I believe.
I wonder if they wanted A's.
Well, they did beat the Leapers, but an abbreviated Leaper squad.
Okay, are we talking about the last week game?
Yeah.
That was a little embarrassing on their end for sure. I don't care who you're missing. I mean, dude, to lose like that. I mean, dude, the game was over at halftime. It was fucking 40-0 at half. I don't know what happened. I walk in, it's 40-0. I'm like, Champ, are you winning? Knowing that I know they're winning. So like, I just ask him and just start conversation with him, and he's like, no. So assuming he's joking.
Well, I think you just answered the question.
Crazy.
Why did they get whooped? Who did you ask?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, Champ.
Oh, okay, yeah. I don't really know what happened. I don't know what went wrong there. I heard maybe a couple turnovers, but I don't know what. That was a bad loss.
All right.
Sure, you don't have your quarterback. Sure, you don't have Colin. Still, it doesn't matter, in my opinion. You should have beat that
team. You take your
team.
number one receiver and your quarterback away.
Okay.
Then any top B1 team could have,
yeah, no, I don't know. It was a bad loss because they had Bud, so they had somebody. You know what I mean? And I don't know if
that's even worse. It's the reason why I don't let Bud come back and take any handoff. All right, Milkman Black and Get Plucked.
Who throws for Get Plucked?
Me.
You do. We already played, actually, didn't we? Or no, did we not? Because we played against you, but I think it was a different team.
Yeah, I think it was a different team.
I'm gonna go with the favorite. I'm taking Get Plucked in this game.
Well, they're not favorite. They're
Definitely the favorites. Well, I'm talking
Milkman
spread.
Black.
Fuck the seeds. The seeds don't
Who
matter.
puts out the spread?
Me.
Okay.
I'm telling you right now, we're the dogs. I'm telling you.
Oh, that's your team with all the jerseys.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're the dogs. Because the team that you played with before when you played us is probably not as good as the team you're playing with now, if I had to guess.
Yeah, pretty much.
And they beat us with the other
like
team.
same level.
Yeah. So we're the dogs, yeah.
All right, we got Leapers and Nasty Boys.
Wait, who are you taking?
You guys are going to...
Get Plucked.
All right, cool.
You guys are going to win because... Well, you guys are going to win probably either way, but we'll see how Garrett is without Colin. This is a big game for him. I mean, we're going to learn a lot about him.
Hold on.
Okay.
No Garrett. No Colin.
Oh, no Garrett?
No Dan.
No, wait. Are you being serious?
They have 4 guys.
Oh, that's so tough.
I told him he could pick up...
The second you think you're going to learn about a guy.
I told him he can pick up whoever he wants. I don't care. I thought he was asking me if Bud could throw for him. So I'm like, yeah.
Will. Bud probably will throw.
I'm like, yeah, if you want Bud.
I don't know why. I have told them many times. And like, at this point, I'm starting to feel disrespected. I've told them many times, if you guys need a quarterback, let me know. I'm asking them to let me know when they need a guy. And they always go to Bud every time.
Well, Bud can play defense way better than you.
Okay,
He sucks at defense.
Sure. But I'm just saying, I've reached out many times. I thought me and Cap were closer than this. This is bullshit.
In Cap's defense, he probably would think I would say no to that.
Yeah, I mean, either way. This is in the past. I've asked this going on lots of times.
I said no because I love telling Tyler Pike to fuck off. Chances are they'll probably show up with Tom Brady. I'm taking the Leapers.
No, Nasty Boys are going to win. It might be awkwardly close for the first maybe 15, 20 minutes, but we all know
I'm
how the game's
taking
gonna end.
Leapers.
If Jay's playing with Leapers, yeah, I don't know.
He tried. I told him no.
That's funny.
He goes, "What if I play defense both teams?" I said, "Fuck no."
Yeah.
No better.
So
No better.
Oh yeah,
so,
Steve. This is some breaking news. For
Okay.
next session.
Yeah.
Adam and I have been recruited to Dirty Birds.
By who?
Oh yeah, this would not surprise me.
Don't worry about it. We're next on Dirty Birds.
Dirty Birds up next.
All right. Can you guys just attend to the trick or cheaters out there and do your job, please?
It's 8:14.
I don't even know what that means.
He brought the candy in like half an hour ago.
It was 2 things of candy. I just assumed he brought one in.
He brought the worst one in.
All right.
I brought the shitty.
Scrambled eggs and Zoom.
Terrible.
I'm gonna take Zoom.
Scrambled eggs is the other team. then.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Zoom here. I think they played together a little bit more, so we'll see how this goes.
Zoom's always a good fight.
Yeah.
So you're throwing for scrambled eggs?
No, that's Jeff.
Are you on that team?
I'm on that team.
Don't you complain about people that play them?
Well,
more than
that
one
was
team?
that was actually another conversation
Yes or
that
no?
I wanted to have.
Yes or no?
It would be cool, I think, in Bedford if people just picked one team each day and just
Oh, I
stuck to
couldn't
that.
agree with you more.
But that's a topic for another day. I'm going with scrambled eggs.
I think I'm going with my buddy Dougie.
Yeah, like I agree with you
Love
though on
it.
that point though, because like there was a time when I had to play you guys and Get Plucked in the playoffs one time, and Get Plucked has Adam and Jay. So fine, you beat them, right? You beat them finally. You get past those guys, and then all of a sudden, I'm playing them a
No
second
shot
time
I'm
in the
playing with
goddamn
Get Plucked.
championship.
Whoa, Pike.
Actually,
think
it
I'm
may have
playing
been just
against
Adam.
Darwin?
It might have been just Adam at the time.
My conspiracy theory is that the Nasty Boys guys will join other teams to get them into A's, like when
Maybe.
there's an opening, and then
Maybe.
they'll ditch them in the playoffs and go
Sure.
play with Nasty so that
yeah.
they can just easily win it.
Yeah.
As the 2 guys outside, and can you guys attest to these allegations of conspiracy on our end?
This happened. I'm not making this up. This has
It's not
happened.
our, it's all right. It's not my fault. A team falls apart when I'm not playing with them.
I mean, you hear Pike talk,
Dude,
and
do
then
not
not act like Gumbies and Leapers are the same goddamn team.
Listen, I hate it for it. I want to
Holy
play
shit.
Leapers. Leapers can do whatever they want. We're gonna beat them every time we play them from now on. I'm telling you right now. Because guess what? No one on that team can cover Cam.
You played them once.
Yeah,
All
when
right,
we
that's
beat them
it.
and we knocked
That's
them,
it.
and they thought
it was a
and
half
they
joining the Leapers.
Cap
Nasty Boys and Leapers are merging. It's
Cap
over.
thought that he could beat us, and he thought a short game would benefit Leapers, and he was wrong. They needed the full game, and even if they had the full game, they still wouldn't have won.
Also, can we talk about how you could never win with bad back?
That throw haunts me to this day.
Yeah, it should. That was
Should. Yeah,
awful.
yeah.
1 yard throw.
Yeah. I mean, back to Pike's championship game record. Jesus.
That was actually, to be fair, that wasn't even in the championship.
Whatever.
It was actually the game before.
That was the
was the
championship game.
It
Come on.
essentially was. I agree with you in that sense.
Kevin, yeah,
It was
Leaper
betting,
boys.
But that, I counted that as a championship.
No, I totally agree, and I owe it to them. I got to get back with those motherfuckers and win one.
I could get some
Yeah.
nice gray jerseys done. We'd be sweet.
We do need a running back, but we just need Cam at safety. That's it.
No,
Sir,
fuck
I mean-
that Jolly
Oh,
Green
here we
Giant.
go. Here we go.
All right, we got direct TDs and safety patrol.
Yeah, Cam with long hair, not short hair.
I'll let them know.
All right, can you mute them up? All right, direct
All right, have a
TD,
good night, guys. I had fun.
direct TDs and safety patrol.
I'm gonna go safety patrol. I actually wait. Do they have red?
No,
I'm
no,
gonna go.
no
I'll
red.
just go. This is tough. What division is this? B2.
B2. No, B1. B1.
Woo. Yeah, Slipstream should have been a B2. But I'm gonna go with. I'll just take direct here. I don't know if it's an upset. I don't know if you consider it an upset at this point, but I'll take direct here.
Do we have anybody from either team saying who Hunter's going to be on? Who's Hunter playing for? Kevin said if Leapers and Nasty Boys merge, that he's basically saying Bud better be on the team. Who are you looking at here?
I'm gonna go with safety patrol.
Pike's too busy. Pike, you know you're on the air right now, right? What are you doing?
The group chat's going off. There's beef in the group chat.
What?
Who's the best driver? They in our friend group. We got 6 of them. They're ranking them live right now, and
Where'd you fall?
You're literally
depends
talking
on
about
the
who the
list.
best driver is in your chat right
You
now?
asked what's going on, but I had to check in. I had to check it, make sure shit that's not getting out of hand over there.
You know when your fucking boyfriend over there cries about the show being bad.
Who? Champa?
Yeah.
I don't even talk to him about the show, to be honest.
You're over there talking in a group chat while we're live with people watching, with people talking, and it's not even about football. It's not even about Bedford. You guys are talking about who the worst driver is.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
And there's other things going on as well.
Oh, all right. That's great. Listen, if Hunter's playing with DirecTVs, I think I'm taking DirecTVs. That's a big hole to
deciding
fill.
factor.
I think so.
I'm just gonna roll with direct.
Forgot
no matter
about
who he plays
Hunter.
with.
Hunter could have made that list too for B players. Just saying.
What the fuck is Jay Townsend talking about? Big choice for Hunter. This is Steve's make the right choice. Yeah, you ain't wrong, buddy. Nasty Nation, we demand loyalty around here, and I've cut guys for less. I can tell you that. Oh, and don't let anybody fool you. Anybody who's gotten cut from Nasty Nation has begged to come back, whether they act like it or not. Oh, they all act to come back. Allegedly. Don't even act like you did. You all year. You wanted to go to Worlds. I cut you.
Run it
See ya.
back, bro.
Yeah,
That's all I was saying.
Of course.
That's what I was saying.
And then
Maybe this time we're not-
9 out of 10
Next
players
week.
on that team said no.
Next week,
Kevin,
Cam's going to be on the
Kevin, I
show
don't cut you
right
from the team.
now.
Shut up.
And we're gonna go through that whole entire thing so everyone can understand, because right now they're getting the one-sided view of it, and it's not always the truth.
That's their side of the view.
No.
What they saw.
I'm telling you.
I'm not
Understand
influencing
something. Understand
anything.
Next week, tune in.
He's not going to be on the show. You're promising people he's not going to show up. He's probably got a badminton game or something stupid he's got to do.
Who are you even talking about now? Now I'm
You're talking about
confused.
Cam.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Next week, actually, we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens.
I got other people that were on that RV as well.
RV.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking 24 hours. We show up in Florida at fucking 6 a.m.
No, we understand what you guys had to go
Bullshit.
through.
Bullshit.
You guys showed up to a game late. It was almost halftime. You guys showed up.
We fucking were put in the directions. Goddamn, very similar community college name right nearby. Same distance. We passed the Buck Stadium. We didn't know what was going on. Save the stories for next week, because shit went down. And
I get it, but did we? All right.
and my fucking arm was killing, not to mention, from all that. Good thing I sat that game, or I wasn't making it anywhere. But all of a sudden, we started cooking.
So now I'm an asshole for not putting you guys in, but then I made the right decision. Make up your mind here, please.
We'll get into it next week.
Now we got to get into it next week?
Next week.
All right. The North and Natty D's. Mind you, the North beat them this season in overtime.
Natty D's 7.5 point favorites this game.
7.5.
I think they're going to take it. I think they're going to win and cover.
Now,
I believe.
Did the other Wenzel who's playing, did he hurt himself?
Ooh, I don't think so. Maybe though. If he did, then that changes everything. Then it's a pick 'em.
I was told he broke his wrist. Last week.
No.
Oh, okay, so now we're at a pick 'em.
Mason knows a lot about that.
Yeah.
So I think we went from 7.5. We dropped that all the way down to it's an even line pick 'em game essentially. I'm gonna go with Natty D's. They just scored 445 on you guys without Adam. So I'm gonna go. I think they can replicate it against a defense that maybe not as good as what you guys have, but one of those good players everywhere over there. So I'm gonna take Natty D's here, still.
So you think it's a pick 'em, but you're leaning towards more Natty.
I'm gonna take Natty D's. I do think the game could go either way.
In a high scoring game, yeah, I think whoever gets the big stops here, is gonna win.
Maybe even North might be favored by a couple points, but I'm gonna take Natty D's. I think off last week, I think I have more confidence in them. Like if last week hadn't happened, I don't think, or was it 2 weeks ago, or whatever last week, whenever they played you guys, I think that gave me a little bit more confidence in them that they can do it without both of the Wenzels. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens there.
Kevin McDonald. They're good. Shout out Tacky Bar. Good one, Kevin. I like that. Yeah, I mean, it's a toss-up right now. I mean, the North, the problem with the North lately has been attendance issues over the past few seasons. Now, Gino has gone away from his normal failing formula, and now he's grabbing pieces, who might not fit the typical bill, but guys who have A division experience, guys who are good players. He's dug deep into his old LOD bench and grabbed a couple players, and really that's all the North needed was some complementary players to their core team. I do think Jake is one of the best quarterbacks around. He's been for a long time.
Couldn't agree more.
So you put a decent team around him, offense and defense, and they're always going to be in
It's
games.
a little tough, though. I'm telling you right now, no matter how good the guys around you are, it matters that if you play with them and know where they're going to be. I'm telling you, that is a major factor. Like if
Sure, and he's had
in this session now, so maybe, you know what I mean? So he might have that now. But it is tough, guessing where these guys are going to be, because I've done this before. It's not easy. It is tough.
Right.
So, but he's might, like you said, he might have had the whole session with these guys. So now he that may not.
Yeah, I still think I played both teams this season. Now I caught the North, week one, where maybe they didn't have that much chemistry. Sure. And we caught Natty D's 2 weeks ago. Yeah. And I would say Natty D's played a little better than they did. So
that was their first game where I believe they actually played very well. Maybe not. They did enough on defense to win. Enough,
sure.
You know what I mean? I mean, it wasn't.
I think
much,
they did
but
more on
enough.
offense to win at that point in time.
No
yeah,
doubt,
but
no doubt. Just with no, with the missing the people that they are. So
right.
See how that goes.
All right, we got Lawtown and local degenerates. Mason, why don't you start us off with this one? It's a C division game, so I figured you'd have more insight.
I'm concerned that these backhanded compliments. I'm gonna go Lawtown. That's Kenny and all those guys.
Tailing that. I'm going Lawtown as well.
I think I'm taking local degenerates in the upset.
I don't hate it.
Scarelli, from throwing with the force to now he actually looks like a quarterback. He looked like a receiver throwing the ball with his offhand when he started playing with us. No offense. But local degenerates have a couple good pieces, places they need. Lawtown does not like the 10 o'clock games, is what I heard.
It's a 10 o'clocker?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. That does make a difference.
So that's the team Gumby's was supposed to play, but they didn't even show up. So we didn't even have to play them. We just got the win without even having to play
even
them.
easier. Okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
You're feeding into the narrative.
Got the bye week.
Right, he doesn't get what he says. You know what I mean?
Listen, I'm here to shoot you straight here. Listen, I didn't ask to play them. I didn't want to play them.
Yeah,
I don't know his logic, what it was going into that, saying I'm going to match these guys. You beat Natty D's, you beat Nasty Boys. Maybe he's like, all right, you know what? Fine. We're going to give you these guys.
Lawtown smoked them last week, Danny Cruz said. So.
Lawtown smoked who?
Same team, maybe, if I had to guess.
Oh, Lawtown smoked. And they might. Lawtown has, some A division players in spots, and they have a very underrated quarterback, in my opinion. Just gut feeling. I'm taking my boy Scarelli.
Sir.
I think he's gonna be hyped from his early win that day and carry it over till 10 o'clock. So
they're not winning.
All right, boys. Mason, I appreciate you coming in, clutch, and getting a good list and dragging the show on longer than I'd appreciate us going. Ben tapped out about 40 minutes ago.
Hit a wall, man.
You hit a wall?
Hit a wall.
Ben, you work from home.
Yeah. So?
Oh, too much partying this weekend? Halloween?
A little bit.
Hey.
Ben,
Costume.
Ben, the oldest partier of all time. You know that old creepy dude in the corner? That's Ben. You know what I mean?
I'm on the floor.
Yeah, on the floor. Probably from getting knocked out. Pike, what are you doing over there? We are on the show.
We're about to end, bro. We're about to
Right.
end.
All right, so you can wait.
All right.
What are we doing? I don't understand. I really don't.
You got to save that if people only played for one team debate, though. That's a good one.
We've talked about that.
Well, then, a lot of your guys are in trouble. A lot of our guys are in trouble.
None of my guys are in
not
trouble.
in trouble, but you know what I'm saying.
You guys are in trouble.
Dude.
You guys are in trouble.
It would have to be just one day.
Whoever you want on Leapers, we're beating them. So go ahead. Cap tried to load his team so they would be better than. No matter what they do, they're not going to beat us. Take who they want.
Well, I'm not taking anybody. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
You guys in Leapers would be in trouble.
But your players play everywhere.
Guess who's yeah, but the problem
Maybe
is
not as much
all right,
anymore.
all right,
but once,
who's Adam gonna play with? If we can only
sure.
Okay, who's Jay gonna play with?
Yeah.
Stop.
I agree with you.
All right,
I
who's
agree with
Kevin
you.
gonna play with?
I agree with you.
All right, who's everybody else that's gonna play with me?
That would make it competitive. That would make it good.
Be more
People
fun.
have to actually build their teams and make
I agree.
be committed to their
I
teams.
agree.
Mason, I agree. I'm just saying.
Now these Gummies and Leapers players, I don't know which team they're choosing to play for, but if they want to win, the choice is obvious.
In my opinion, if this scenario would
it'd be
happen,
tough
which is
because
never going to happen,
obviously Garrett and
they
me
would
is
all come
impossible.
together and pick one team. Like they
What we
wouldn't.
would have
There
to
would probably
do
be a
is-
super team, but
Yeah, it would be
Well,
tough. Because
no.
Mia Garrett's getting cut
No,
most likely.
because Colin and Nick would come in Nasty Boys, and that's
Yeah,
it. We never
probably. That would actually
lose a
probably
game
happen.
again.
He says
Right.
that, but that probably would happen.
people would want to build that take down the Goliath team too, though. They
Yeah.
already kind of do, but
Yeah, y'all have had 2 years to try.
I tried to do this myself with Milkman, but his team kept getting richer, and
It's-
we kept
exactly.
we were
It's
poor.
it's the
We did what we
conspiracy,
could.
man.
I mean, listen, credit to us. We actually gave him a fight in the BOB. I mean, they had the bye week against Mamas the game before. No one knows why they didn't show up. I mean, they should have beaten them.
They got buried.
But now you got Kevin. Now you've officially won him. I don't know. Yo Mama's in the next best of Bedford.
Listen,
Do
I'm
they
gonna
have Kevin, or do you have him?
Kevin is going to go to whoever he thinks gives him the
Well,
best
then that
chance
would
to
be
win.
you.
You
So-
would think.
Jimmy will never do it anyway, though. He'd lose out on too much
Yeah,
money.
I know. That's what the
That's what
topic
it comes
comes
down
to.
to.
But
But I was
coming from the A division, the biggest teams that would be affected by that is you guys and the Leapers, because the North, all the guys that play with the North that play with other teams would pick the North because it's A division.
yeah.
Natty D's, they all just play with
I
Natty
don't know
D's.
who they would choose. We gotta maybe poll the team, poll all the teams. Who would you
It would
play
stir shit
for?
up.
There's a
for
lot
sure.
of polling in that team, I heard, but yeah, figure it out. Why don't you let us know?
Maybe Garrett can rush. Maybe that's where he can go instead of him getting
Wow,
cut.
here comes
he can rush.
your dream team. Oh, they all come to
Colin,
gummies, but Garrett
Cam.
rushes.
Yeah, no, I don't
And
want
the
to cut
defense
Garrett.
bails me out every game.
Here we go.
We got to make the Super League one day where every game's recorded, all stats are. You have
We gotta
reviews.
just record. We gotta get the biggest debates and have them play out. Gummies versus Leapers would be one right off the top of my head. Record the game so we always have the footage of what actually
This is
happened.
why we have Best of Bedford.
Sure. Hey, listen.
I mean, in
you
all
can't-
seriousness,
we ain't a problem with me.
we are progressing to, and I almost did it for the championship game, was do the stats and send it out to the teams. So whatever. But we are progressing to that for Best of Bedford. That's what it's
Listen,
always been.
I don't know what to tell you. I'm always in them. Those guys, I can't speak to it.
And Tyler, obviously everybody knows I rip on you any chance I can.
Sure.
You are always up for a game. You are always playing a
Well,
tournament.
now it gets tricky though because with this one coming up, if I'm not a captain, I can't build the team the way I want.
Oh, the
So
draft.
you'll find out something. So I got to find out who picks me, and I got to try to get some insight in there right away.
You're not going to do quarterbacks as captains?
What did I say?
I don't think you said you would not do quarterbacks as captains, which means I would be just a player.
Why wouldn't you say
Well, no, sure, but if
I'll
I'm
be
not
captain
around,
anyways?
well, I thought you intentionally didn't want quarterbacks.
Oh no!
Oh,
I
okay,
wasn't
okay.
going to do
Never
just
mind. I'll be a
quarterbacks.
captain then. I'll be okay.
So
okay.
I don't have a date.
Are you going to do it where you assign the captains a round, if it's a better captain than another captain?
So we did that the first year, and I thought that was pretty fair. So I took 3 people who weren't involved. It was actually Dave Cap, Jimmy Sanford.
I didn't love the rankings, but I respected them because they were 3 outsiders. But
Right,
yeah,
it was 3
sure.
outsiders and they were all pretty similar. It wasn't too far off.
Yeah.
Trust me, I didn't like him either.
Yeah.
It hurt me. But
I got the better player though, so you rank me worse.
no, Gomes is way better than Cam. I don't want to hear it.
No.
100%.
No,
Oh,
different
my-
leagues we're talking here.
Oh my God, not even close. Cam can't hold a candle to Gomes. Gomes proved it last night.
We should do that in the next episode segment, Cam or, where you just name players and I'll tell you who I'd rather have.
No.
Cam or Jay, there's one.
Does Cam ever get pissed? You write way too many checks that he can't cash.
He does just fine.
He doesn't get
see
mad.
me-
You put a target on his
Well,
back.
Adam used to say back in the day that Cam's only good because of me, but the agenda changed a little bit as we kept playing. He hit me with that. He said you're only good because of him. So I don't know if it's just trash talk or what. But you replace Cam with Justin. I mean, we're talking the same thing. You put Justin on Gumby's and take Cam off. Obviously, offensively speaking, not defensively, we're still beating Leapers. So Cam is not the deciding factor in that game.
Any chance you can fuck it. I almost want to let Leapers win so they can beat you guys.
Oh, dude, that would be a. I already told Cap. I said I want to play Leapers in the. I said I want to play them in championship. I got to forward this agenda that I have going right now, but based off who's
And
not
it
going to
worked
be
great
there.
because we finagled the schedule and we got 1 and 2 seed.
No, what would help me is you beating them down into like by 70. So
Why
I
would
can
that
come on
help
the
you?
Because we're better than them.
I got
That's
to
what
do
I
your
think.
dirty work?
Sure. Or let them win. I'd rather that. I'd rather not play you guys. You guys are
You
got a
are
good
that
squad over
confident,
there.
huh?
You guys are the last team I want to face. If in terms of I want to win, it would probably go Dirty Birds first, maybe the North. Oh no, sorry, Dirty Birds, Leapers, then the North, then Natty D's, then you guys. So it's like I don't know. I know I'm gonna end up seeing you guys in the end, but are there 2 games next week or is that the next week? You guys will have 2 games
No, it's next.
It's next. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Fuck. He'll do semis and then finals. So you guys will sit there and watch the semis, and we'll have to play 2 games because that's how he does it with 6. And
You guys are the favorite to win the whole thing right now, despite your path. I believe. I think that's what we're looking at right now.
That's a good one, Kevin. Yeah. I mean, listen. I love the fact that there's 5 real A teams. And listen. I'm a big Dirty Birds fan. You know, a lot of people would say they're the underdogs, and that's fair. I consider the Dirty Birds an A division team. So in my opinion, there's 6 A division, and for the longest time there was always just 4, and there wasn't a B division team that could hold a candle to any of those other teams. Now you have Spartans, you have Slipstream, you have all these teams that can compete and make games. So I do think the talent level is increasing. I think the teams are increasing. So
Yeah, we gotta fucking get these guys in the BOB, bro. I don't know what's going on. I don't know how
What do you
to do
want me
it.
to do? How do you say we?
I'm just saying, like in general. Like,
How do you say
no,
we?
No, I'm not saying like
You're in
we-
their chat.
dude. Listen, bro. I don't know what to tell you.
In between the
I'm not
Nasty Boy
captain,
and
though.
Steve Tambo slander in the chat, how about you just throw, hey, can we play in Best of Bedford and shut these guys
Listen,
up?
I
How
don't know
about
what
that?
these guys are doing. Listen,
I think there needs to be a Best of Bedford like every 2 or 3 sessions. You know, just keep them straight.
I know we
Listen,
gotta start
if-
locking shit in earlier. So I not to
If
no
you
disrespect.
guys don't think that I don't...
No,
All right,
you
tell you
should
what,
be
tell
like
you what,
Jim.
tell you what.
Mass
So
Flag
wait, does
does a
he
good
not
job with
let
that
you
like,
go?
seasonal tournament.
So
like, every-
They have their own fields they can pick and choose
so
from.
when you reach out to Jimmy, right?
The
he
indoor
gives-
shit's hard.
So he can't give you a date in April,
Nope.
right? Because
Nope.
it's too far away and he doesn't know what's going on there,
Yep.
right?
but can he
gonna
give
say.
other clients a date? I don't really understand.
I'll
Ye-
talk to him. I'll get
yes,
some answers,
because-
Mason, because there's no
because-
clarity here.
That's the part. So we get a discount because it's more last minute. Now,
I see.
If we all want to pay up the ass to play, because
How much more would you have to charge teams? $100 each more or something like?
honestly, probably even more.
Damn.
It's like $700 to rent the whole
Let's just make
field
sure
for
this
an
next
hour.
tournament's on a Saturday. How about that? I'm gonna leave it up to you to do
Because
that.
you know Derek can't do Saturdays.
Oh wait, can he actually not?
Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough.
How he says it every show. Every show.
Well, he does. I now that you say it, I remember that's what he said. But remember,
listen,
it's just a connection.
I don't. It is just
Not
a
worried
connection.
about him.
You
No,
and
I'm just
Champ,
kidding. I'm just
100% right. I'm gonna.
Thank you for mentioning Champ and not just me, because usually you just mention me. I act like he wasn't the driving force in that. I actually had to leave, so I had to scurry over that quickly.
You both are the driving force.
He was hammering it down. I was just trying to skip over because I had to leave.
Because he's fucking jealous. That's what it comes down to, buddy. That's what it. I put that quote up on my wall.
All right, Ben, what is it, dude?
Yeah, we got a couple good comments.
Oh,
All right.
let's hear it.
Danny Cruz says, "Take off the hat, Pike."
Yeah, there it is.
Kevin's, it's part of his costume.
It is.
Jason is holding his hair on.
Those are the couple good comments.
Yeah, those are great comments.
Jesus Christ. Oh, I mean, the Danny comment. It's because it's every show. It's fucking
Yep.
hilarious.
I actually thought we might get if we weren't pushing 2 hours here, we might have. He showed up 45 minutes.
2 hours. 2 hours and 3 minutes.
2 hours and 3 minutes.
Well,
All right,
if
time to
Mason
go.
wouldn't
Good night,
shut
Bruce.
up, we might be able to end the show. Jeez. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in to this
Tune in
fucking
next week.
fiasco
Cam
of
Loring
a.
next week. You're not going to want to miss it. Cam, if you're watching, we know that you are. Next week, lock it in.
So Pike's making guarantees on the show again that he has no fucking clue. I'm gonna tell you right now. I can promise you next Monday I'll be like, "Hey Pike, who's coming on the show?" Oh shit, let me figure it out. I swear
That actually
that's gonna
happened this
happen.
week, but I did have
It happens every
before.
week. Every week. Every fucking week. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Awesome playoffs Monday. Let's keep it going Wednesday. Have some fun. Good night, Grace.
T, Pike, and Steve-O, fooling on the pod. Talking about Bedford, which A-team is a fraud. Making top 10 lists, hella controversy. Don't be playing cheap, tuck in that jersey. Getting new sweatshirts, A-Division dub. Tune in every Tuesday, drop a like and sub. Ayy.